The common man and T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
How do you owe $3 million in back taxes if you haven't been married that long?
I don't know
How much
what
money
to tell
are they
you.
making?
I
What
don't know
what
what
does
to
this
tell
guy
you.
do?
He does what he does. I have no idea. I get all this in passing. I get that in passing. I get yelled at for giving a kid a cookie.
Yeah.
And I get Blake Lively's a bitch. This is what I get with every conversation with my wife.
Yeah.
Featuring Panama Ted,
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall,
I love a good, thin meat.
and a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Bone is out. Timmy's here today.
Man.
Teddy's here. How you doing, Teddy?
Doing good, Mike.
I'm glad Blake Lively's a bitch made the open today.
Why is that?
Because I'm just saying I got that again last night.
Oh, okay.
Because we're watching TV, and Blake Lively's like narrating one of these nature shows. And it's not good enough just to have the nature show. They got to tell you this is narrated by Blake Lively.
Oh, yeah. It's as big of a deal as
It's like,
what
wow,
you're watching.
I wasn't going to watch the zebras, but now that I know that Blake Lively is narrating it, I'm all in. And all it took was her name to flash on the screen. And my wife has an audible response.
And that's it?
Oh, God. That one again.
Sounds like how Sarah feels about the all-female crew going up to Fringe Outer Space earlier this week.
I was confused, like all-female crew.
Yeah, that's how they were
I know, but I thought you meant
described.
soccer. Like, is there a female crew team?
Maybe there should be.
There should be.
Maybe there should be.
But there's not.
No, not talking about that at all. But you're talking about an outburst of emotion when she saw that story.
Yes.
And saw Katy Perry kissing the dirt. That was about enough. That was the week had already ended when we had to watch Katy Perry kissing the dirt
And she
stepping
liked
off
it.
of that vehicle. Yeah. And
There you go,
shut
Teddy.
up. Good for you.
She's married to Orlando Bloom's dong.
Yes.
Not him. Just the dong.
What a mustache Orlando Bloom has.
Degenerate Timmy is coming up at 4:46. Jackets. That's it. Watched it last night, Timmy. I know you did too.
Yep.
Montreal and Carolina brought out the B crew, but they still played hard. Good, clean boys out there playing hard.
Yeah, they hung in it until, the late second period there. Things started to
That third
fall
goal
apart.
when they went up 3-1.
Yeah. Ugly.
With just like, what was it, a minute and a half left to go in the period or whatever it was. You could sort of tell. And again, you needed
You need 4-3
you
then.
needed a regulation loss.
You need a 3-0 third period at that point, and that just was not going to happen. They got one, right? But, I guess I think back to yesterday. It always happens. We say it every time. The second we start to plan for something, then you don't get to have it. I'm not superstitious. That had nothing to do with it. But I want to focus on what an incredible job this was by this team to stick together to get it to that point. I don't want to focus on the stretch that they had 2 or 3 weeks ago because, again, like I see a lot of people pointing out to how broken the system is because we allowed the Carolina Hurricanes to rest starters and therefore dictate how the postseason went.
That's not a broken
I think that's
system.
the
That's
wrong way to look at it.
That's their prerogative.
And if you shorten
because they earned it.
Look, if you shortened the season to tell me how that would fix anything, you would still have teams that get to a certain point where they can rest
No, see,
because
that
they've
bothers
worked
me.
ahead.
It didn't work out
It
for the
was
Blue
what it
Jackets this
was.
season because they just weren't consistent enough. I mean, they were better than I thought they'd be. They've made great strides. I'm impressed with the testicular fortitude of this group of dudes, and I'm excited to see what they do in the offseason and next season. But I'm not going to sit here and say, we need a play-in tournament like the NBA just because my favorite team didn't make the playoffs. I hate the play-in. I like the exclusive nature of the playoffs. I think 8 teams in each conference is too much as it is.
Yeah, it's not even all that exclusive. We're talking about 16 teams in the National Hockey League get to play on. If anything, I'd be for shrinking it down
Look, it
by
didn't
a
work
squad.
out, okay?
They didn't get in.
It didn't
Yeah.
work out this time. Next year, hopefully we're having a different discussion. But it didn't work out. Doesn't mean we changed the rules because it didn't work our way.
No. And again, shortening the season would do nothing for that. Again, we like what the NFL format is. There's still plenty of teams that get to a point where they're locked. The Kansas City Chiefs just did this, and the Cincinnati Bengals cannot sit back and cry about that because the way they started their season, fix that, then you'll be fine. But now, not comparing what Cincy was supposed to be to this Columbus Blue Jackets team. That's not the point. The point is, I want to focus on the good with this group because I did not expect that they were going to be there in game 82 and being able to get into the postseason after the stretch that they had. But overall, when you look at what they went through, how they hung together, I feel good about Dean Evison atop. I mean, he was on the radio earlier this morning. We had hoped that he would be talking about getting ready for an exciting game. And I still think tonight is going to be important. And I still think tonight is really going to be appreciated by the fans.
Well, I think that's what it turns into now.
It's a fan appreciation night.
No, I don't
Player appreciation
that's
night.
the thing. It's team appreciation night.
You're right.
I'm not usually this guy because, I think within the confines of sport, it is appropriate to go out there and express your frustrations. As long as you're not, spewing just the most horrible, vile things in the world or throwing batteries at people. I have never had a problem with, like the way the team is playing, then you show them. You boo the hell out of them.
Absolutely.
All right? And you can say, it's not productive. It doesn't matter. See, that's the primal nature of sports sometimes is to show your displeasure. It's good. It's evil. It's good. It's bad. Right? It can be that simple. I don't like the way you've been playing. I'm paying money for this. You're wasting my time. Boo! But with a team like this, and I rarely say it, but I think tonight we all should go over there and give them a hand. Because I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't be able to deal with any of the circumstances they had to deal with this year. I would have crumpled like a leaf.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to handle it. They had to handle all that stuff, all the stuff in their own personal lives. They still have wives and children, some of these guys. Even if they don't, they're dealing with apartments and where are my parents and I got to get tickets for this person. Everybody has their own personal drama. And then you tack on the loss of a teammate on top of that. Also, by the way, a brand new head coach. Even if you have been here for a while, you have to adjust to a new guy and a new style and a new outlook for the organization. And they still went out there and they were fairly consistent for the entire season.
And the other thing, too, is you go back to the start of the season when it was still fresh. It's almost impossible. It's impossible to move on, right? Because you're going to be wearing, as you should, right? I want to make that very clear. As you should, you're wearing his number on your jerseys for the rest of the season. And obviously, we want to make sure that Johnny is recognized eternally at Nationwide Arena for what he was to this team.
But
it's going to be
a different feel next season.
It will be, but it had to take a good long while into the season for players, I'm presuming, to, and again, not get it out of your mind because there's a place in your heart where you want to keep a guy like Johnny. But you know what I mean? Compartmentalizing as an athlete to where you can focus on just what you're doing, not a tragedy, which could possibly affect how you are going to perform in a game. How many times did they go and play and Johnny was going to be honored, right? How late into the season was it when they took the trip to Calgary? And we knew it was coming, and a lot of us were anticipating how touching of an event that was going to be and what that night was going to be.
6-8 weeks. It wasn't right away.
Because that's not a team that they play all the time.
You make one trip out there.
You make one trip out there to the Western Conference foe, and you don't know how deep into the season it's going to be. I also thought that Meredith Gaudreau was just incredible. I thought her grace, the way that it was the interview, the point that I really had to stop and just sit back and say, wow, good for her that she is a star. When she gave the interview during the outdoor game at the Shoe and sat there, I can't remember if it was the first intermission break or the second intermission break, but you remember that? I mean,
yeah, she's like
sat up there for 5-6 minutes
away from giving birth,
asking, just taking question after question after question about Johnny and reliving that and continuing to process that. And as good a job as she did, how she could possibly move on from still being incredibly saddened by the loss of life way too soon. She was unbelievable. And the whole Gaudreau family, how they dealt with it, just sort of how in lockstep they were with the team, with the organization, and everybody from the top down.
None of this was easy this year.
So
and yet you still managed to make it relevant for 81 hockey games. So for game number 82 tonight, which will have 6:30 coverage right here on the Fan, go on out there and show your appreciation. I'm going to go out there tonight, and I'm going to show my appreciation by taking my shirt off. I've painted my chest, do a little fat man dance.
Oh, that's nice.
I miss that. Yeah. I miss the dancing Kevin. I know he got thin.
Dancing Kevin, he got super thin, right?
He got super thin.
Is he still out there? Is he still a fan, or is?
I'm sure he's not dead. I don't think he attends all the games, though.
Why can't we just show thin Kevin? He can still dance.
That is fun. Fat people make you feel good.
Yeah, I know.
Like you got Ally McBeal doing a little dance up there. No one cares.
Don't tell me.
Just skin and bones.
Don't tell me how we can't have characters just because they aren't fat. There's plenty of funny people that aren't fat.
That's right, but he started out fat. Like if Al Sharpton started out looking like a walking candy apple, I wouldn't have a problem.
We've got a lot of fat people that we'd like to see get thin. I'd still like to encourage them to thin up.
An Ohio State football assistant is getting sued. I'll tell you why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on the west side at 71. And we've got an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at 161 that's causing some delay. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My wife and I picked out a beautiful A-frame porch swing with a nice covering on it. We can sit out, get shade from the sun, watch our kids play in the backyard. We're reclaiming our backyard, and we're doing that with Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. You can do that, too. Their spring open house event runs now through April 19th. Some of the best savings of the year on poly furniture, play sets for the kiddos, whatever you need to complete your outdoor space, you'll find it at Getchy's in Dublin. You can also see the selection at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Before you start your day, UDF has already started making your breakfast right in our bakery. We've got buttery, flaky croissants baked before the crack of dawn. We're making fluffy buttermilk biscuits from scratch by the time the sun starts to think about rising. And before you hit your first alarm, we've piled our biscuits and croissants high with sausage, egg, and cheese right in store. So come in and grab a fresh one and let us make you a morning person. Fresh baked breakfast sandwiches from United Dairy Farmers. UDF, mornings made for you.
At Meyer, we work hard to bring more locally grown goodness to life with a farm-fresh selection of crisp vegetables and juicy, ready-to-eat fruit. Whether topping off kebabs on the grill or adding healthy color to a leafy green salad, your family will definitely enjoy the delicious taste of Meyer produce. Plus, you'll appreciate the selection and savings we have to offer. That's the fresh-picked good life, priced for real life. We work hard to make life a good deal better at Meyer.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese.
Lunch is ready.
He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood. It's luscious. I swear by two things, water and Weed Man. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your four-legged friends. For a free quote, give them a call, 614-733-3747, weedmanusa.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. We're looking at more nice weather this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine and getting up into the mid to upper 60s. A small chance for a few showers passes through this evening and tonight. Most stay dry. Temperatures down into the low 50s. Up near 80 for a high Friday with plenty of sunshine before storm chances return this weekend. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The only thing scarier than Bones' analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Maybe you watched the Montreal Canadiens clinch their playoff spot last night. You're a Jackets fan and you're depressed. And then, later on, you tried to get that noodle al dente and it just wouldn't happen for you. That could just be a sign of sadness. That could also be a sign of ED. If this happens to you more often than not, don't try home remedies like rubbing things on it or flicking it. That's not going to work. What's the matter, Timmy?
Home remedies.
Home remedies.
Yeah.
I want you to go see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. 2 locations in Columbus, quick exit off 270 in Hilliard, and near the Medical Mile in Westerville. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having hibbity-dibbity time the day after your appointment. Call them today. 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
You know what is a good home remedy, though?
Not flicking it.
No. It's got even nothing to do with that. It's just getting a good deal on something. It just gets you in a good mental space. I went out and I had a nice little $5 meal today.
What'd you have?
I had a little McDouble. No, I'm sorry. I did it again.
Why do you
I did it again.
You're like amateur hour.
I'm thinking about before the show. You put it in my head now.
McDouble is not a double cheese.
I have a reason for why the mix-up here in a second. But
I have the reason, too.
The double cheese, besides the stupidity, the double cheese $5 deal. Incredible.
Did you get the nether sauce for the nuggets?
See, here's the thing. I asked for the nether sauce, and once again, second time in a row, they didn't put it in the bag. Because I can't. We're moving things quickly at the window now, and I think we all need to buy into that. Use the app so when you go up there, you've got the code ready to go. The orders are already in. And, of course, when I went to the line, you pick left side, right side when you got the 2 lanes that merge into one.
Fancy.
I feel like I'm pretty good at picking the right one. It did not go my way this time because there was a big work truck in the right lane. So I said, okay, I'll get behind this SUV. And this SUV obviously was just ordering and didn't really know what they wanted.
It's
a
a tough ask at McDonald's to know what you want.
Right. A few people in the car, and it must have been 4 or 5 minutes I sat behind. So I'm a little upset.
Jail.
Yeah, I totally agree. Get up there. I had my app already in hand, so I just gave the code. It's always like a BH75. They're always giving me...
Oh, they give you the BH, don't they?
They're always giving me
They know who you are.
Oh, it's BH72 here. BH69, here he comes. So I had a barbecue sauce as an extra condiment because with this deal, you get the small fry, the small drink.
You needed an extra sauce for a 4-piece nugget?
I wanted an extra sauce. Something wrong with me? I might dip the fries in it.
Oh, that's...
I wanted a
okay.
barbecue.
You know, I take it back.
It was... I'm charging
sorry.
10 cents, by the way. And just for good measure, it is. Look, it's the McDouble. It's the $5 McDouble deal. It's not the double cheese.
No, that's a lie.
It's not a lie. I'm staring right at it.
No, that's not true.
This is what... Do you have a different meal deal for $5? There's a McChicken and a McDouble.
It's
right
not
now.
the double cheese?
I got the McDouble.
No,
I agree with you, though. The double cheese is the more premium sandwich. It's just this one was that.
Hold on, I'm looking.
You should check. Because earlier today, too, before the reason I went and got it is because...
It is a McDouble meal.
Yeah, I know. My buddy Scott, who hates everything in the world as much as you and me, he texted me and was yelling at me through text about the price of just a regular McDouble and how there could be 10 to 20 cents fluctuation depending on where you are at a certain location, right? He said, how in the world can a McDouble be $3.29 today? I said, I know, you're right. I feel like that one should be locked in time as long as we can. If the Masters can do it, right? McDonald's can lock that McDouble at $2. I mean, that was an OG dollar menu item.
You should have at least one item on the menu that is a loss leader.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, it costs us, $3 to make it. It doesn't. But it costs us $3 to make it, but we're going to price it at $1.99 because that's what we do.
Because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We're McDonald's, and we're here for the people. We've served 75 trillion people. We're going to do that for you.
Buckeye assistant is getting sued. Oregon is suing Buckeye running back coach Carlos Lachlan for breach of contract.
Oh, no, Carlos. What are we
They're also
here?
suing Lori Lachlan just because.
No, she did get sued, right? What was
She
her
went to
bad
jail.
practices? She was jailed for that.
She went to jail.
She was in some kind of scheme.
It was the academic bribing scandal where her dumb daughter got into a college.
We're going
on
to
some
Stanford
sort of BS
over the
rowing
regular
scholarship
students.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aunt Becky had to go to jail, where I really, really hope there was an appropriate dose of lesbianism going on.
I don't know.
Earlier this month, what?
I don't know if you wanted to see it at that point.
No, I still do.
Maybe Full House era.
She's still good looking.
Yeah?
She's still all right. Yeah, don't knock Aunt Becky.
I'm gonna take a look in the break.
She's good. Earlier this month, Oregon filed a civil suit against Lachlan, who left his position as running backs coach of the Ducks to accept the same position with the Buckeyes before the 2024 football season.
Mm-hmm.
Per report from Oregon Live, Oregon claims that Lachlan owed the school a buyout of 50% of the remaining salary on his contract.
Sounds pretty standard.
Approximately $400,000. In the suit, Oregon states that it contacted Lachlan's agent to collect the $400,000 following his departure, but Lachlan took the position that the amount due is $200,000, then mailed a personal check for $200,000 to Oregon on May 28, 2024. Per the report, his Ohio State contract last year stated that it would pay Lachlan $200,000 towards a buyout at Oregon.
Keyword towards a buyout, not in paying the buyout in full.
This seems pretty cut and dry. I mean, it says right here, Oregon claims that Lachlan owed the school a buyout of 50% of the remaining salary on his contract. So was there $400,000 left on the contract? If so, that is $200,000.
Was there $800 left?
If there was $800 left, I mean, that's pretty cut and dry, isn't it? How much money was left on the deal? Did he pay half?
Well, the buyout, though, was reported as a prorated amount of $366,667 at the time of the move to Ohio State. So they feel like they've got the number. We just need to see the contracts. That's basically it, and see exactly what was left. And then Ohio State's, they've got a fact in here from his Ohio State contract saying, what? It would pay $200,000 towards a buyout. This does seem like it'd be simple. Oregon saying, hey, could you please give us that $400,000 that you owe us for the buyout per the contract? All right, here's $200,000. Yeah, that's great, but could you please give us the $400,000? So $200,000 more than that. All right, yep, here's that $200K that you asked for.
That's 50% of $400,000.
We got all that.
No.
We'd like that again to seal the deal, and then we're all good. So now they want the interest, so that $366,000 at the time of it, plus 9% is what it is.
Can't we get some rich dummy to just cut a check? Just have him cut the check to Oregon. There you go. Sorry for the confusion. Sorry, we're stupid. Sorry, he's stupid. Sorry, you're stupid. What's the difference?
We won a national championship.
Here's some money.
Cover the fees. What's the valuation of that athletics department over there? $1.3 billion. Number one in revenue. Number one in expenditures.
Kiss his ass.
Kiss his ass.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Lee Corso is retiring from game day. We got that announcement today. He is going to turn 90 years old. He will have one more game day left in him. Week 1 of the football season, which I assume game day will be here for Ohio State and Texas. What other game would they send game day to?
Yeah, it's Texas and Ohio State. It's going to be the biggest game. It has to be that, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be Lee Corso throwing on Brutus Buckeyes.
I would assume so.
Top. Yeah.
His top, is that what we're calling it? His head. Why did you say it like that? He's throwing on his top.
He's going to spin Brutus's top.
Look, this is Lee Corso seems like a great guy. Don't really know him on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
Has done great things in broadcasting. This is a move that I think is long overdue. There's been, 2 camps the last few years with Lee Corso. It is the let him do what he wants camp. He deserves to go out how he wants to go out. And then the people who I think are sane, like me, that get sad watching an old man almost kill himself every single week and not know what the hell he's talking about. He's got people who stick up for him like Herbie, like, he's just so great. Let him do what he wants. No. I'm not saying put him in the home. I'm saying maybe stop having him travel every single week, propping him up on putting him on television. Remember the time last year when he's trying to do the Fighting Irish dance? He almost falls and dies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good visual, isn't it?
It's been years where he's struggled to get through segments. And he is a legend. Nobody is saying that he's not. And he's going to be regarded as such. By the way, you and I love a good bit. That is one that stands the test of time.
The mascot head?
The mascot head.
That's a great bit.
It's unbelievable for where you are, for being there on the stage in front of those home environments. Even time to time, you're not picking the home team, and you get that reaction. It's all great. It's just iconic.
There comes a certain time where
it's time to say goodbye.
If you're not willing to make that decision, someone you love should make that decision for you. Timmy, I'm putting it in your hands. When you feel like I have lost my mind to the point where this show is no longer interesting, entertaining, whatever, I want you to tell me, and I will believe you.
Oh.
No, I don't want Joe Biden here. I'm trying to be serious for a second.
Okay.
Put fake Joe away. Bring him back later. Trust me. We got some time for fake Joe.
It's something that I will do for you.
I want you to, not just that, I want you to smother me. I want you to smother me. Ted's already got his hand up. No, Teddy. I want Tim to smother me.
Your show would have to be pretty out of control, though, because
good news.
I'm about the same age as you, so I might be.
Yeah, well, Ted's older.
I might
than
be
us.
ready to go as well. We would have long past have to smother Ted when we get to that point. Sorry, Ted.
Ted, you want us to smother you?
Well, maybe.
Maybe during this show today.
Yeah, I can't say anything, but yeah, maybe in a month or two. Yeah.
One of the greatest pitchers of all time is a frickin' weirdo Details in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 11th Avenue. And we also have a 5-minute delay on eastbound 33 between 270 and Ebright Road on the East Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Speedway. No matter what time it is, it's pizza time. Get 2 hot slices of pizza topped with cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Let's go to the floor with some late-breaking developments on the markets. Jim?
Up things are down, down things are up.
Sounds like things
You
are...
don't understand. Right is left, lemons are sweet, spaghetti is cold, the milk is warm.
Okay, but are you seeing anything that maybe smart-minded money people should know about?
Yeah. Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Probably one of the most stable things you can do is an Apex Pros air conditioner tune-up.
Air conditioner tune-ups, you say?
Oh yeah, Apex Pros knows most expensive summer breakdowns can be prevented by getting a tune-up now.
Yes, it's known that a tuned-up AC lowers energy bills, which is important to...
Oh, this is unbelievable.
What, big sell-off? Huge increase?
No, I spilled coffee on my new shirt. Anyway, tune-up save on energy bills, plus make your air conditioner last years longer.
Good to know Apex Pros keeps things stable and predictable.
That's on my pants, too. This is the worst day. This is historic, you know that.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Timmy's in for Bone today. Lee Corso is going to retire after one more game day appearance, which I assume will be here on campus when Ohio State plays Tejas the first week of the season. You know, Timmy, I wonder how fake Joe Biden would wish Lee Corso a happy retirement.
Oh, well. You know, this is a time to celebrate. You get old in life, you accomplish many things. I'm old, you're old. You're very, very funny. You put the head on everybody. Cheers.
That's right.
It's fantastic. You got America. Football.
America does love football, Joe.
Yeah, back then, Teddy Roosevelt maybe not have football.
Teddy Roosevelt maybe didn't have. Maybe it was just intramurals, brother.
You swing a big stick.
Right.
Here we are. Now you come to today. Lee Corso, very good man. Time for him to step down.
Yeah.
They made me step down.
You didn't want to, though.
Well, there's the old saying. You know, they might make you go, they can't make you go away for good. What do you laugh?
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
I tell you what, college football, just great pastime. Fans love it.
That's right.
Take your families.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you. Thank you. One of the greatest pitchers of all time is just a freaking weirdo. So Jim Palmer, Orioles legend, once upon a time handsome man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was an underwear model back in the day.
One of the greatest pitchers of all time.
And that, too.
He was on the MASN, M-A-S-N, broadcast last night when the Orioles were playing the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we didn't get this locally here because we have Guardians broadcast.
Right.
Jim Palmer said during the broadcast, you know, I've never had a wing. Talking about a chicken wing.
Oh.
How old is Jim Palmer?
Jim Palmer's got to be in his late
70s. Yeah. He said he's never had a wing.
He was winning size back in the 1970s.
79.
79
He's
years
79
old?
years old.
Yeah.
Never had a wing. Orioles play-by-play broadcaster Kevin Brown was stunned, as he should be, saying, you've never had a chicken wing? Jim Palmer replies, didn't say, no, can you believe that? I should really have one. He didn't say that.
Mm-mm.
He said, no, why would I? Don't they have skin and stuff?
Skin and stuff?
What are you, 3?
What's the stuff?
Meat? I don't know.
Chicken? Skin and chicken. I mean, a chicken wing is actually a decent cut of chicken. Now, no one is saying that you have to get like the deep fried ones, but you know what? I think you should.
Kevin Brown goes back at him. Why would you? Lots of things have skin. Apples have skin. You never had a single chicken wing? That's just staggering to me. Brown would then go on to ask what type of chicken Palmer eats if he's never had a chicken wing. Chicken breast without any skin was the answer.
Yeah.
It's the only one he'll touch.
I figured that was the case. What a shame. This is reminiscent of, you remember Jennifer Aniston years back had a thing about never going to McDonald's, or she had a Big Mac.
She was talking about she was on a road trip.
Yes.
She was on a road trip through the South or Texas or somewhere where she couldn't get her normal order that she gets.
Yeah, the chef was not traveling with
cigarettes and Botox.
Right.
She couldn't get her normal order. So they stopped at McDonald's. And the way she would tell the story is, I had this thing called a Big Mac. Have you had that
Would
before?
you believe it? It was really fatty.
And then she talks about all the stomach pain that she had.
It made me fart twice.
After she
like,
had
oh,
the Big
no.
Mac.
Dear God, Jennifer, are you going to be okay? Will you make it through?
I'm amazed at the amount of grown men babies that are out there. Yankees television voice Michael Kay. We've talked about this before. Not John Sterling. He does radio. He gets hit by foul balls.
Michael Kay TV.
Doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Michael Kay TV also hosts a radio show in New York City. He's in, his 60s? He's got to be knocking on the door of 70.
He's up there as well.
He says he's never in his life had a condiment. Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, none of it. He's never tried it. Not that he doesn't like it. There's plenty of things people don't like. If Jim Palmer said, I don't like chicken wings, I could almost understand that.
I don't prefer Big Macs. Which to you is still stupid, but
you know what?
I'm picking other things.
You have
I've had them.
I've had them. You're familiar with the concept. You've had it.
They're just gooping with condiments. Guess what, Michael K? I don't love too much condiments. I think ketchup is often overused in our society. There's many things that people pour ketchup on.
That's not a bad
that
take.
I don't think should have any ketchup.
I don't care about that. But
to say you've never had one.
To not try it.
You're not living life.
You're a grown man. And this is not even something like, oh, well, I haven't tried a scorpion. That's not commonplace with the American palate. Ketchup is.
I don't enjoy eating grasshoppers. Well, good. Neither does anybody else. I think it's stupid if you try to eat an insect if you don't have to.
I will say, though, the Buckeye Candy Company, which is in Gahanna, and I recommend you go there because it's a fantastic place. They have candy with bugs in it.
Oh.
Like they've got scorpion suckers. So instead of, the blow pop where you get to the gum in the middle, you get to the scorpion.
Have you ever eaten an insect?
I have not, but I've bought them for the kids, the bus stop kids.
Would you eat an insect?
It depends how it's prepared. If you coat it and deep fry it, I'll try pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Even a sack of balls or something.
Bull balls?
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters. If it's breaded and fried and I have some sort of dip? Teddy, would you try it with me? Let's have like a big veiny testicle together. Me and you.
I'll try like the chocolate covered grasshopper. I think I'd try that, but no on the testicles.
So if it's really good, I've heard, look, I tried beef tongue once. It's not appealing when you look at it, but you slow braise it and you shred it up And it's very moist and tender.
Yeah.
It tasted like a pot roast.
You know where I am with this is if I find myself in a place or a country where there is a certain dish and it's sort of the when in Rome type of situation. I tried escargot when I was in Paris.
I like snails. I like escargot.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it, but you tried it?
I did it. I tried it. One thing that I still encourage you to try when you make the trip to Scotland, you've got to have haggis because that's a national dish.
I don't like the organ meat, though. I've had organ meat.
It's awful. I'll tell you going in.
Why do you want? Because I've had the things that are in it, and I don't like it.
You need to see for yourself. You got to just have the dish. For people that don't know, it's a savory pudding. That sounds good, right? A hot
They call
pudding.
everything a pudding up there.
Made from sheep's heart, liver, and lungs, mixed with oatmeal suet, like you're a bird out in the freaking lawn. You're a bird eating suet and spices.
Then it's wrapped in
encased,
like an intestine or a
encased in an intestine.
stomach lining or something.
That really pulls it all together.
And you ate it?
Yeah. Didn't like
the
it.
whole thing?
No. We had some and we tried. We shared.
You all
kind of
sliced it up and
dug in. Sliced it up, took a big
Is it a thing that's
full.
do you dip? Like you dip bread in it, or is it more hearty than that?
You just sort of cut it. I mean, you Google up a picture, you'll see it. You kind of you cut open that encasing, that stomach, and it just kind of
All right, here's the deal.
Seeps out.
I will have some haggis if Hall of Fame pitcher Jim Palmer has a chicken wing.
Jim, have yourself some wings. Live.
Idiot. All right, what's next? Oh, Urban made some comments on a podcast that made us chuckle. We'll discuss. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving a little slow on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. And we also have a slowdown on eastbound 70 on the west side between Mount Street and 315. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks. Get up to $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system with The Waterworks. Visit online today at thewaterworks.com.
You pay what we pay with employee pricing at Coughlin Ford. Take over $5,500 off MSRP on a new 24 Ford Escape. Employee price $28,000. Or take over $7,000 off MSRP on new 25 F-150s and 24 F-250s. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
All factory rebates to dealer. All prior sales excluded. In-stock units only. Must finance through Ford Motor Credit. Not all will qualify. No security deposit required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. N43025.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine that breakfast sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size coffee, hot or cold, because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up. So start your morning with Tim's, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Need a new heating or cooling system? Booking a free in-home estimate with Logan Services is easier than ever. In just minutes, you can schedule your appointment on our website. It's fast, simple, and hassle-free. Book a time that works best for you. We offer appointments throughout the week and on weekends. And next day installation is available now. When you need help, we're here for you. For the home of fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. April's a great time to spruce up around your house, like getting rid of those old, ugly, drafty, hard-to-open windows and starting fresh, especially during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale going on now.
There's no limit to how much you could save, and if you buy a house full of windows, they'll include a free entry door, too. Plus, with 0% financing, 0 down, and no monthly payments, you could get new windows and pay nothing until 2027. How do they do it? Well, Window Nation partners with the top window manufacturers in the nation to build windows to their high-quality specs. Then they pass the savings on to you. You'll protect your home with some of the best windows you can buy at a fraction of the price of those other brands. Just imagine what you could do with all that extra money. Hurry, the sale ends soon, so don't miss your chance to take advantage of the buy 4, get 4 free, and pay nothing until 2027. Schedule your estimate right now at 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com. One more time, that's buy 4, get 4 free from Window Nation, 866-90NATION or windownation.com.
The Fan at 1460 ESPN Columbus is your radio home for Sunday Night Baseball.
Sponsored by the Waterworks. Call the Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling today at 614-232-2222.
The Fan.
Sometimes you don't realize something was bothering you
until it's gone.
That's how you're going to feel
after we work our magic at your house.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
It's Lindsay's one and only trade-a-thon.
We'll trade for anything, plus give you $1,000 more for your trade. Choose a 2025 Honda Ridgeline RTL or an all-wheel drive HR-V LX or a CR-V LX and pay just $299 a month. 3 models with one very low Lindsay price.
Trade up to the reliability of a new or certified Honda.
So lock in your price today. The one and only Lindsay Honda Trade-a-thon is back. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Uncomfortably talking about food.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This is Man and Bone.
Timmy, I took your advice last night.
What'd you do?
I had my glass, my little beer glass.
Okay. I see.
And I put some water and swished it around, and then I emptied it. Yep. But there was still little droplets of water and condensation on the glass.
Yeah, that's all you do. Wring it out a little bit.
Put it inside the freezer. And then it was ice-cold Coors Light time.
Oh, baby.
Just a little bit of extra frosty goodness on that glass.
And so I'm assuming you enjoyed the beer while you watched the hockey game.
I enjoyed the beer. I watched Montreal sadly win. But
yeah, but when you were done, did you put it back into the freezer?
Yes.
So it's good to go? Good.
I did.
You got a pair or just one now? You put 2?
I mean, I have more than one. I don't know why I don't put more than one in there.
Yeah.
Christian doesn't like a frosted glass.
In case you have it's like freeze-dried coffee.
She's an idiot.
You're not a coffee drinker. You just keep some in the house. That way somebody comes over would like a cup.
But I'm saying if you enjoy a nice beer, a nice Coors Light, why wouldn't you enjoy a frosted glass?
I don't know.
She likes beer. She drinks beer with me.
Yeah.
And then we belch and do it all night long.
I get everybody's got their preference. Some people love to drink out of the glass bottle. I get it. I really do enjoy. I like to see how more beer companies have gone back to aluminum cans.
Love the can.
They're frostier. I think it just gets the beverage colder.
The can bottle is another great invention.
Yeah, well, the Coors Light, the 16-ounce.
That's right.
Aluminum
They have the
bottle.
neck.
Like what we have.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Save the neck for me. It is good.
So anyway, I enjoyed some ice-cold Coors Light. Is this an ad? You bet your ass it is.
Sure.
21 means 21. Please drink responsibly. Urban was on a podcast. What podcast is this?
He was on the podcast that has him and Mark Ingram on. It's this college football podcast. So
what's the name of it?
Triple Option. What's the big deal?
I just want to know.
Triple Option podcast.
I don't listen to it. I just want to know.
They should listen to this podcast.
That's not Brady Quinn's podcast, though. That's a different podcast entirely.
That's right there, Mike.
Well, they're on the show together. I just didn't know if they did the
Dublin guy, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they did the podcast together or if they just did the show together.
He might pop on there. To be honest, I haven't religiously watched / listened to the Triple Option podcast. I'm not your expert on the Triple Option podcast.
Go ahead. Tell me what Urban said.
But I saw a clip. And then I'll give you the other details for what sort of the major headline was with this podcast. But I'm not swimming with the flow, okay? I'm going against current here. Everybody's talking about what he said about Nico. I'll get to that in a moment, but this is the more important stuff where my priorities line up with Urban's right here.
Okay.
He's telling the story because the Buckeyes just made the trip to the White House, right? Timely.
Telling the story about how he made the trip to his restaurant and massaged Cracky.
That. But before that,
okay.
He's talking about how they won the title and they obviously went and visited Barack Obama in the White House, and that was a great honor.
Uh-huh.
And getting that phone call, that's a pretty cool thing, right? That's a special thing. And so
that's something me and Urban both have in common. I, too, have gotten a phone call.
Yours was more than just a call,
from
buddy.
the president.
That was a full-on sports radio interview.
Full-on conversation.
I still can't believe that happened.
I ran into the Prez at the Quick Lube place the other day, and he said that was the highlight of his entire 2-term presidency. Was talking to me.
It's just a wonderful time. It's great to be on with you.
Skip that one.
Skip that one.
Skip
Go
that
back
one,
to
Timmy.
Joe. So we're back at the call from the president, and great honor, obviously. Like, he didn't go into great detail about what was said, just the congratulatory stuff. Would love to have you out here. Phenomenal, right? And so he's getting ready the team seemed to be aware that he was going to take that call. Like, there was some expectation.
The president calls, you take
There's
the
some
call.
that expectation that the call was coming. I don't know how the word got out that it was coming, but he kind of stepped away, got the call. And then he talked about how he looked back down at his phone and a better call was coming through. It's Fred Ridley.
Now, you said this to me earlier, and I had no idea who Fred Ridley was.
And this is why it's pretty special golf stuff for Urban, because at that time, I don't believe Fred Ridley had moved into his current role, but he was still a green jacket-wearing, bigwig guy at Augusta National Golf Club. Folks that know that name now, or maybe you think you know the name, but you didn't. You saw him all over TV this past week. He is the chairman of Augusta National Golf Club.
Also, the dad of Calvin.
Calvin's dad.
Calvin
Tennessee
Ridley.
Titans receiver Calvin Ridley.
Was suspended for gambling.
Same guy. And
Right.
Fred was not too happy about that. So he takes that call, and then he realizes that he is in the process of being invited to play golf at Augusta National. And right in step with where I would be here, no offense to the president and that honor, that obviously is great. He goes back to talk with the team, and they're kind of joking with him about, like, so what happened? He's like, you got the call from the president, got the invite or whatever. He said, yep, like I did get the call, and I am very excited. Going to be going to Augusta National Golf Club here soon.
And they had no idea what the hell he was talking about.
Probably not. But
he hadn't been there before. He won 2 national championships in Gatorland beforehand.
Yeah.
He hadn't played there before?
Yeah. No, this exactly. This was when they won with Florida. This was when they won with Florida.
Yeah, I thought this was an Ohio State story.
This was in the previous national championship.
Well, what do I care about that?
What are you talking about?
I don't care about a Florida story. I thought we were talking about a Buckeyes win the title story.
What's the difference?
I don't know, because now I envision different people in the locker room. Now I envision sweaty Tim Tebow in there, and I don't like it as much.
No likey Tim Tebow?
No.
Oh, come on.
He didn't win it for my team. I don't care.
Well, you still get to go and play golf at Augusta National, and I can't even imagine what that would be like. I can't imagine getting that call, knowing that you're going to get to go and walk on those hollowed grounds and swing the sticks.
Was this after title number 1? Was this after beating Ohio State?
Didn't specify.
Well, come on, Urban. Tell the damn story. By the way, Urban, if Ryan Day can give me 40 minutes, you can give me an hour.
Well, I mean, he does do the podcast.
No. He does the podcast. It's ultimately controlled by him.
You want Urban on the show?
Yeah. Come in here. Give me an hour.
Yeah, let's do it.
And don't put any limitations on what I can ask you. Because Ryan Day didn't.
He would do that, I would think.
No, I wouldn't.
Probably not. But, by the way...
You can talk golf with him.
I think he would love to talk golf. I mean, he lived on Muirfield
I can
Golf
talk
Club.
about Sister Hazel.
Sister Hazel, the Bogey Inn.
Gone.
Absolutely. No, but it's coming back.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Have you seen the renderings of what the reboot is?
Overly tan, visor-wearing Acura woman drivers just going there.
You're talking about lots of boat shoes.
My God.
You're talking about Titleist hats.
Oh, my God.
Tucked in.
It's going to be a haven.
Short sleeve button-ups.
A haven, I say. Something could be happening that's never happened before. I'll tell you what it is coming up next. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. And things are slow on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by NJM Insurance. While some insurance companies use gimmicks to get your attention, NJM would rather focus on putting their policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com to learn more. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Earn a $200 cash bonus with a home equity line of credit from BMI FCU. Visit bmifcu.org/home-equity for more details.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota construction equipment, featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. The Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, or save up to $4,500. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at columbusequipment.com.
If the newest escape room in town is just you trying to escape from your busted garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Colin Man here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Watching big events are more fun at Hollywood Casino. For example, there's this draft thing coming up. Large men get selected to move to different cities and play football. That's all I'm legally allowed to say. Not only do you get the excitement of on-site wagering and camaraderie, there's prizes to win at the Sportsbook. And sign up for Penn Play Rewards and play up to $500 on the house. Do it now. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
After 5 months of gray winter skies, we're all ready for beautiful spring color. It's only natural. Get to Oakland Nursery for an explosion of spring colors. Blooming shrubs, fragrant lilacs, hydrangeas, azaleas, and rhododendrons, and Central Ohio's largest selection of roses with thousands to choose from. Break out of winter's gray with spring's beautiful colors at Oakland Nursery and celebrate Oakland Nursery's 85 years of serving you. If you haven't been to Oakland Nursery, you simply haven't been to a nursery.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Attention kingdom-seeking business professionals, entrepreneurs, and investors in Columbus. Are you ready to experience a life-changing event that will elevate your faith, finances, and future in 2025? Then you won't want to miss this. Join us for Life Search, featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center for an extraordinary one-day event that will empower you to transform every area of your life through the power of faith. Prepare to be inspired by an incredible lineup of champions, including college football champions Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, three-time national champion head coach Urban Meyer, sportscaster Kirk Herbstreit, two-time national football champion Tim Tebow, and more. These champions have experienced firsthand how faith transforms lives, and they'll be joining Life Search to share their powerful stories and insights on how to integrate faith into your business, finances, and every aspect of your journey. Seats are selling fast to this unforgettable event, so don't wait. Head to LifeSearch.com now to secure your tickets before they're gone. Life Search featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center. Don't miss out. Your transformation begins here. Visit LifeSearch.com today.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels with the playoffs now no longer part of the Blue Jackets picture. They'll play their season finale tonight when they host the New York Islanders. You can catch that game right here on the Fan. Jackets will try and end the season with a 6th straight victory. The Cincinnati Reds find themselves headed to the bottom of the 10th inning, trailing Seattle 11-7. The Reds had taken a lead thanks to a Jake Fraley grand slam, but gave up 4 runs in the top of the 10th. Cleveland Guardians will play the finale of their series in Baltimore against the Orioles tonight. Tanner Bybee pitching for the Guardians. Tomoku Sagano will be on the hill for the Orioles. Columbus Clippers lost today to Louisville 9-4 at Huntington Park. Justin Thomas at 10 under par has the opening round lead at the RBC Heritage Classic in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. This update brought to you by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, give him a call at his office, 1-800-MORE-SLEEP, or check him out online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Off topic is on brand. This is Man and Bone.
Bone's out today. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. Degenerate Timmy coming up at 4:46. You got some good, you know, who the hell cares?
Good stuff?
You
Yeah.
know what I saw?
think so.
Timmy,
We'll lose you a lot.
I always thought this was weird. So the Rockies have fired their hitting coach. All right? Early in the season, but apparently they're not seeing what they want to see. Whatever. Let him live. Don't know his name. Don't care. Fired his hitting coach. They have replaced him with Clint Hurdle, who I guess was working in the front office as some sort of special assistant to the traveling secretary.
Yeah,
like
former
Costanza or
longtime
something.
manager.
I know, but here's the weird thing to me. He managed the Colorado
He did,
Rockies.
Yeah, for a while. For most of the 2000s, right?
Now he's back as the hitting coach. I always thought that was strange. It's like, oh, you used to run this operation, but now that's like if, you and T-Bone had a show, right? Mm-hmm. And I came back as the update anchor. Wouldn't that be strange?
But what if you were working up in the front office? You were like a, say program director, and you just had to sort of fill in because the other update anchor was just terrible. And we didn't have somebody, so you were just going to step in to help out.
There's no other hitting coach you could possibly find. There's no one in Major League Baseball or within your organization. You have minor league affiliates. There's no one that you trust to do the job. That's what you're telling me?
I guess. But maybe he's like, yeah, I'll help out for a little bit.
Maybe this is not a thing that bothers him. Like,
yeah,
obviously,
it would bother me.
No obviously
ego.
He doesn't. No ego there, right, Teddy? Or else he wouldn't be taking that position. I'm sure that things like this have happened so many times in sports where
it doesn't happen a lot. It happens in baseball, oddly enough.
Jobs change. You might find yourself back at a certain place, maybe as a special assistant, so to speak.
Yeah, but that's different.
You're past your prime, you're still going to hang around and give your expertise.
This is a coach on the staff in uniform, traveling with the team.
Yes. And why are we wearing uniforms still to this day in baseball? It's the one sport that we have where we're dressing up. And, less guys do it now.
And that bothers me.
I appreciate it. Bothers you?
It does. It bothers me.
I appreciate how you can just throw on a hoodie and the ball cap. I think
that's cheating.
I think the limitation is ball cap. That's really all that needs to happen.
Baseball pants.
No,
you guys wear. You have to wear baseball pants.
Well, yeah, they do wear baseball pants, but why? They're not They're not going to pinch run.
I think
you don't need to be wearing them
a step further. I think it should be illegal illegal to wear something over your baseball jersey.
Okay,
If you're the manager, you have to be out there in a jersey. I don't care if you're 100 or you're 7.
Ridiculous.
No.
Everyone's got to be Bobby Cox and Tommy Lasorda.
Everybody.
Just ready to run out
There's
there.
one exception. There's one exception, okay? I will let you not wear a uniform on the field if you're in a full suit and tie.
Full suit and tie.
Give me Connie Mack. Give me a full suit.
Connie Mack.
John McGraw. Give me a full suit and tie. Then I will let you not wear. Not one of these mock turtlenecks, not a sport coat over a hoodie, none of that crap.
It is
full suit and tie.
This is one of the weirdest things with baseball that's still hanging on. Like, you mean to tell me, forget about the suits, go back to baseball uniforms. Let's get Jake Diebler out there and his whole staff looking like Bruce Thornton and John
It's not
Mobley.
part of
Let's
the
give
game.
let's give them a number and a name on the back of the jersey.
It's not part of the fabric of that game. That's the same reason why people are, there's no fighting in other sports. We got fighting in hockey. First of all, you're penalized for fighting in hockey. Second of all, it's part of the fabric of the sport. There was never a time where the head coach in basketball dressed like a player.
All right, I guess you got me there. You do.
But now that you brought it up,
why don't we just do it? Why don't we make it a fabric of the game?
I'm with you.
Have everybody just look consistent. Baseball is the first one. Baseball is America's pastime. So if they set that standard that the coaches, the managers, were going to look equivalent to the players out on the field, where did we get away with that in all these other sports? Who were the pioneers that, who was the first guy to just, everybody wore suits back in the day. Men wore suits. You see pictures of people back in the 20s, even boys out there wearing full suits.
You want to know why?
Would have been
That's
so
what
uncomfortable.
They wore? People, they were classier back then. No.
That's just what clothes were.
That's what they had.
Yeah.
If there was a Lululemon store right next to the suit place, trust me, they'd be in velveteer track pants.
If Adidas had opened up and there were the 3-barred track suits, everyone would have
You know
gotten
what they
those.
also don't show you in those old-timey pictures where everybody's wearing suits at baseball games? Oh, look at suits and top hats. They don't show you that it's 80 degrees, right?
My God.
They don't show you that that's the only suit that person has, and it smells like piss and vomit because he's probably drunken himself into a stupor.
And I don't think they had Mitchum back then yet. They're probably still in the early days of deodorant.
I had a friend. He wasn't a friend. He was more like a person I knew. Jim Mitchum. I think he's dead now. Was his name.
One of the heirs?
No. Trust me.
No way.
He was
smelled bad?
No, he was fine, but he had this odd, he'd get really upset when people would downgrade or make jokes about the Cinemax movies that had nudity.
What?
And simulated sex scenes. He'd get really upset about it. For some reason, he made the movie.
That's an interesting...
He would always say, they're just like regular movies, except they leave in the sex. And it's like, no, they're not like regular movies because they're terribly acted with horrible stories, right? There's no effects to be seen. There's nothing. It's not like a regular movie. Just admit why you watch it. And that's fine. I'm not judging you. But don't say it's just like a regular movie, except they just leave in the sexy time. It's not.
That is a very interesting flaw that he cares so much about that.
He gets so upset about it.
We're talking about movies that don't even go all the way there. I'll do you one worse. Forget about those Cinemax movies. There's a time when we're all young where you're just simply watching the channels that are blurred out.
Absolutely.
That are just dancing around. And it might not even be anything that good on there. It might just be a Girls Gone Wild infomercial. There's really nothing on there. But
there's a possibility.
There's that chance that in the upper left corner of the screen,
for a brief second, you'll see a crystal clear, by accident, nipple.
It's just there.
It's there.
Then it's gone.
And then it's
like a face in the crowd. It just goes away. It drifts away.
All right, something could happen that's never happened before. It's not going to happen. You're going to have some deals. But as of now, 2025 NFL Draft is coming up next month. All 32 NFL teams still have their first-round picks. Unprecedented lack of trades. If you're wondering when was the last time this happened, the answer is never. We've never gone into the first day of the draft where all the teams, obviously there wasn't always 32 teams, but where all the teams have the picks that they were slotted to pick.
Yeah, no, that would...
It's never happened.
It's never happened, so don't expect that to happen this time around. Can you believe we're 1 week away sitting here? It comes up fast, right?
Is it 1 week away? I thought it was next month.
No.
I don't know. I said next month.
Yeah.
When is it, Teddy? 1 week?
24th.
Yeah, next Thursday.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Thank you.
Very good. So we're actually going to have our coverage from the Cleveland Browns radio network right here on the Fan.
Oh.
And we'll have ESPN coverage taking us through the rest of the weekend when we get to next week. Because the Cleveland Browns possess that number 2 overall pick. That's a big deal. And a lot of people presume that it's going to be Travis Hunter.
All right, let's say.
We will see. We shall see.
Andrew Berry was talking about Travis Hunter and how he's like Shohei Ohtani. And
he says he's going to retire too, right? he's putting that out into the universe. If I don't get to play both ways.
Do you call his bluff on that?
Of course.
Do you allow him to play both ways? Because you'll kill him. You'll kill him in the NFL.
Here's what I think you do. You have to have some kind of pitch count when it comes to what you want to use him offensively, special teams wise. I mean, this guy has proven to be such an elite athlete.
I understand.
Such a good player.
But I don't want to burn him out.
No, you don't. If you're using a number 2 overall pick on him, you want to put him in the best place that's going to help the team.
You can do what Ryan Day did.
Where you had...
Lie. Because Ryan Day got Caleb Downs in here. And Caleb Downs is like, I want to play some running back. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. We'll get you some time there at the running backs. And, there you go. We just forgot again. Oop, next week.
Exactly.
Here's some plays for you next week. And then you never call those plays. Just lie.
Hey, great game on defense, Caleb. Well, you're pretty good at this safety thing.
Hey, Coach, next week, can I play some line or running back? Yes. Sounds great. Next week, I got a bunch of plays for you.
It's like Shooter McGavin talking to Happy. Oh, man, I bet you really clean up in one of those long drive competitions. Traveling around, hustling all the ranges. Really hit that ball a ton.
Let's talk about a big, giant piece of fecal matter coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should be aware of an accident that's blocking the left lane on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt at Cleveland Avenue. Emergency crews are on scene, adding to some holdup. And you're going to hit a 10-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Speedway. No matter what time it is, it's pizza time. Get 2 hot slices of pizza topped with cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
As men get older, our bodies change. We all know that. And often, we just accept the changes as the way it is. But some of those changes, such as bad sleep patterns, low sex drive, brain fog, no energy, and reduced gains in the gym could be due to low testosterone. And that is something you can change. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And even if you're in your 30s, if you're experiencing some or all of the symptoms I just noted, you very well may need low testosterone treatment. With our treatment protocols, if you're like most men, you'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improved mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find that your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make the change for good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Bring more fresh to Easter with great deals at Meyer. Savory Meyer's Spiral Sliced Half Ham is 79 cents a pound with M-Perks Limit 1. Discount automatically applied once you enter your M-Perks ID. Buy one, get one free, pineapples or cantaloupe, mix or match. And a dozen Aunt Millie's rolls are just $2.99. Decorate your home and table with Easter decor. And make Easter a good deal sweeter for your little peeps with toys, candy, and more. Hop into Meyer, where Easter is a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
When your sump pump is no longer sumping and pumping, please don't become a sump pump grump.
A sump pump grump thinks whacking the pump will make it start working again.
But it never does.
Get Eco.
ECO.
A sump pump grump will let a faulty sump pump completely ruin a perfectly good day.
Fortunately, I've invented a solution.
No more sump pump grump?
No more sump, pump, grump.
Get Eco.
ECO. Tell me about it, Jerry.
The solution is that you get Eco to do a sump pump inspection.
What would that include?
We check your pump, your battery backup, and all the downspouts and drains along the way to make sure everything is running clear.
How much?
That's up to you, Aaron.
Jerry, Eco would be happy to do that for just $89.
That's a great price.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Go to geteco.com.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And bet and reduce juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's the last game of the season for the Jackets as they battle the Islanders at Nationwide. Live fan coverage starts Thursday at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We've all been there. You come home after a long day only to find water dripping from the ceiling. Your roof has decided it's had enough. And now frustration sets in. Another unexpected problem added to your never-ending to-do list. At Newman Roofing, we get it. That's why we make the process simple and stress-free, handling every detail with professionalism, so you don't have to worry and can get back to the things that matter most to you. So, how do you begin? Step 1. Schedule your free estimate by calling our office at 614-NEW-ROOF or visiting our website, newmanroofing.com. Step 2. Meet with one of our trusted representatives who will guide you through the best plan for your home. Step 3. We get to work, and you watch your roof transform before your very eyes. Whether it's your roof, gutters, or siding, the Newman Roofing team is here to guide and support you every step of the way. Call today at 614-NEW-ROOF to schedule your free estimate and experience the Newman Roofing difference. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Steel, walk behind, zero turn, and stand on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Some hazy sunshine, warm and breezy and dry on this Thursday. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Overnight, we'll keep it mild with a couple of showers rolling in while you're sleeping, starting off your Friday morning in the low 50s. And during the day, plenty of sunshine, windy and warmer, around 80 degrees by Friday afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Today's special value is 3 hours of stupid. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, Teddy.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, buddy.
Oh, I know.
Not a good day for your Redlegs today.
Up and down.
They lose to the Mariners 11-7 today. Had a lead,
yeah.
Gave up the lead, came back to tie it at 7, and then not.
Bad.
Where you mentioned this earlier, man. How many Seattle fans back home do you think were watching their local feed and in on this game? Because that is a little,
I think that's a beautiful
9 a.m. baseball. 9:30.
Yeah, because the game started 12:30 here local time, and that's 9:30 out west in Seattle.
Well, their pregame coverage is on by 9.
That's right, it is.
Maybe before that.
I love it. That's what almost turned me into an alcoholic. When I lived out on the West Coast, and I was doing radio in Bakersfield, California.
That's right. You get off your shift and hit the bar.
Did the morning show, and there was a bar that opened at 10, and there was always East Coast daytime baseball on the TV. And that was our justification. Well, if there's live sports on, that's all right to have some beer. Probably not if it's 10:01, but hey, we were there.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And again, you still don't get as much day baseball as you want. So soak it in. And now I know you like to watch some other sports that take place in Europe because you can get that morning feel.
I love
whether
that.
it's
I
F1
love the F1
or soccer.
Although Teddy, you're an F1 guy.
Yes,
they're looking for a new TV deal here in the States.
What are they with now, guys? It's ESPN, right?
Yes.
ESPN, but they just pick up the Sky broadcast from the UK.
But their partnership is ESPN.
It's ESPN,
Yeah.
but they're looking for a new deal. And I saw that someone had said, you know what they should do? One of these sports media insiders. They should get together with Apple Plus. That could be a thing for them.
Like the MLS.
You have Major League Soccer. They did this. This is another growing sport. Okay, that you want to get as many eyeballs on your product as humanly possible. They decided we're going to take the money instead, and the whole, do people watch it? They'll come. Especially we give Messi all this money, they're going to subscribe and they'll be there. Well, they don't. We've seen the raw numbers. They're very unhappy with it. You have individual clubs trying desperately to work around the system and get their games on linear television.
Like it used to be, right?
And look, I'm not saying that's the play for everybody. College football, NFL, that's more established entity. Even the NBA, you put those games on a streaming platform. You have a built-in audience going to go see them. It's harder when you're trying to build your game.
Well, no, I thought the word on the street was whoever was making this claim that Apple TV, Apple Plus would be a possibility for Formula One. They did the series, the Drive to Survive series on Netflix.
That's right.
You guys pointed this out to me. I've checked it out. It's very well done.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everything that Netflix is doing from the behind the scenes standpoint. Everything was all about Hard Knocks for all this time. Like, in credit to them, they were sort of pioneers in that game. I mean, who didn't love that show when it first came out? I haven't been watching Hard Knocks religiously, but I still appreciate it for what sort of the doors that it opened. But Netflix has been doing this with a number of sports, and it just seemed like for Formula One, the natural fit, since they are, could we call Netflix the GOAT if we had to, or the OG as far as streaming services go?
Well, they have the highest
ones.
They have the highest amount of subscribers.
And they probably are the highest in revenue as well. If we're not counting, I don't know how that would fit with Amazon and how that works in, because they are not simply just a streaming giant. They've got so many other parts of that business that it's almost like the shipping was first, and then the streaming part came second. And we all have Amazon. That's funny. Do you even count your Amazon subscription as part when you take a look at what your streaming services are and your subs? Because we all basically have to have Amazon, because who in this world doesn't have the shipping for purchasing things?
There's people that don't have the shipping.
Yeah, but it's not that many. It's really not that many.
Here's the numbers, by the way. I'm just looking at these numbers, subscriber numbers. Accurate as of January, according to this website called Digital Trends.
Lay them on me.
So Netflix has 282.7 million subscribers.
Is this just domestic, did you say, or is this just worldwide?
This is worldwide.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
282 million. Number 2 is Amazon Prime Video. It just says 200 million plus.
Okay.
They don't know the exact number, but they know it's 200 million plus and less than what Netflix has.
Mm-hmm. That could be a good margin, right?
Because if they had more than what Netflix had, there would be a press release from Amazon telling you that.
Oh, of course. They'd probably go to space for it.
Number 3, Disney Plus, 153 million. Number 4, Max, 110 million. Number 5, Paramount Plus, 72 million. So we're dropping down, right? You got 280-something for Netflix. Now we're at 72 million for Paramount Plus. We still have not reached Apple yet. Hulu, 51.1 million. Peacock, 36 million. Apple TV, they're estimating 25 million.
Now I gotta ask you though, because the subscription for the tier, because you can subscribe to Apple and not have access to any of the MLS games. You can get the subscription to Apple TV, but you're not getting the MLS. So
you have to pay extra for the MLS package. Would they do the same thing for like an F1? Knowing how it worked out for them?
I would think that you wouldn't want to do that. You would want to drive people just to get in the door and tell them that with a base plan, you are getting this wonderful sports programming. Now, would you watch season 4 of Ted Lasso for us, please? Or whatever season that next one's going to be.
And you're right. The reality is, until Apple starts putting out multiple TV shows that people can't live without, or you start getting the old series and the movies that people want to see, they're always going to be sort of at the bottom half of this top 10.
Aren't we kind of tapped out now anyway? as far as streaming giants go. We sort of have our contenders, don't we? Because as you mentioned that, well, everybody has popped up and created a streaming service.
These are all going to merge together at some point.
Maybe they will.
And they'll call it Cable.
It's going to go back.
Cable.
It's just going to be streaming cable. I mean, all of us are streaming. No one actually has cable. We stream that. You might have DirecTV. I might have YouTube TV.
I got the dish.
I
still got the dish,
but you don't use the dish.
Oh, I use it. What do you mean I don't use the dish?
You don't need to use the dish anymore. You can just get the digital version.
But I like the dish.
Nobody likes the dish.
I like the dish. You get a better. It's better.
Dish is going to get blocked out by the clouds. Why would you like the dish? The trick would be to be able to go back and forth, because if you have an internet outage, then maybe you can pull off of the dish. But then if you have a dish outage, you can pull off the internet.
Timmy, my house is like a museum from the 90s. Come to my house.
Got a phone, right?
We got a landline. We got a dish. We got CDs playing at all times. I'm telling you, buddy, it's like a museum. People come into my house. They're happy when they leave. It's like they went on vacation. Like, oh, that was fun.
You don't even have a cord on your phone. That's not classic enough. I don't have a cord. I want rotary. That's what I want. I want to see
we got dial-up, too.
I want to see a Zenith TV.
I put in the AOL disc.
Oh, the old AOL disc. You're on AIM, right? Instant Messenger.
That's right. Let's talk about a big, giant piece of crap. His name is Skip Bayless.
Oh, your guy.
Fox Sports and Skip Bayless are reportedly in settlement talks with a hairstylist over a harassment suit.
We remember this.
That's right. The woman filed a lawsuit in California against the network, former Undisputed host Skip Bayless, current FS1 host Joy Taylor, and Fox Sports executive Charlie Dixon. One of the things in the lawsuit is that Skip Bayless offered to pay this woman for hibbity-dibbity time.
My God.
Or as the kids call it, the sex.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm. Joy Taylor was in this lawsuit because she
was
insulting
like that, unprofessional.
And would call her a hoe bag or whatever she'd call her. I don't know.
I don't know what she called her.
So we've been told that there's no truth to any of this, and Joy Taylor still lives on FS1. Skip Bayless does not, but that's not because of this. It's because his show is very bad.
It's basically like it was on Apple.
But they're looking to settle this. Now, does that admit guilt, or does that just say, look, man, we just want to get rid of this whole thing. We know we didn't do it. They didn't do it, but let's just pay her and she goes away. I don't know. I was reading something similar today with Artemi Panarin. It came out that the Rangers and Artemi Panarin settled a lawsuit with a former team employee in 2023 because she claims she was sexually assaulted on a road trip by Artemi Panarin. We didn't really hear anything about it at the time, but she no longer works for the team. She said that he lured her up to a hotel room and then pinned her on a bed, and she had to fight her way out. That's pretty substantial.
It's pretty bad stuff.
And they settled. Now, does that mean they settled because they're guilty, or they settled because even though they weren't guilty, they were afraid of the bad press and they just wanted to get rid of it? I don't know the answer to that.
This is basically what happens when there isn't a certain preponderance of evidence, right? Where you're going to be able to convict somebody in a court of law for this. This is just the business side of it, and this is how it gets done. These are people, you're talking about Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor. These are famous people that have their images that are now tainted in the eyes of a lot of people. That's what's going to happen.
Right or wrong,
right?
yes, you're right.
Right or wrong. And again, knowing what the exact truth is, how can you or I sit here and say that we know what the exact truth was? We're not in that building. We didn't see anything. We're
you know what I'm going to say without any evidence at all.
Skip is bad.
Skip guilty, pays for sex.
He is horrible.
That's what I'm going to say. Fat Boy Food Tap is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane on southbound 71's off-ramp to I-70, and that's on the north side. And you're looking at a 10-minute delay on southbound 71, again on the north side, between 17th Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCDRV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
She's the heart of your home, the keeper of traditions, and the one who always puts everyone else first. In the spring, it's her turn. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. For over 78 years, we've offered unforgettable gifts for every milestone, big and small. Mother's Day, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. She deserves more than flowers. She deserves to sparkle. For jewelry that lasts a lifetime, visit Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road and at Easton Town Center, or shop with us online at diamondcellar.com.
Feeling unsure about preparing your roof for spring storms? Newman Roofing is here for you. For over 30 years, we've helped homeowners understand their roof's condition so they can make the best decision for their home. Stop worrying and call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
If the HOA has your face on a wanted poster because of your hideous garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Your undisputed leader in talking about nothing. This is Man and Bone.
Subscribe to the podcast of this dumb show. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Bone is not here. Timmy is.
Man.
Teddy is. Yes.
Here.
You say something.
How you doing, Ted?
So people know that I'm not lying to them, Teddy.
I'm doing good, Mike.
All right. Jesse Rogers, he had a piece on ESPN today about Major League Baseball players and their obsession with pickleball. Apparently, it's being replaced by golf now, where players get together instead of golfing on the off day. They pickle each other.
Oh, man,
they
not
set
the
up
golfers.
Makeshift courses right there in the outfield pregame, and they do a little impromptu pickling. All of it.
I mean,
it's pickle time, baby.
As a lifelong golfer, I can say that does not, nor will it ever apply to me. And I'm not going to get on pickleballers as much as someone like T-Bone does. There are a couple of lines I would like to draw, because I would say two of my great loves in life, in sports, we're all football guys, right? But golf and basketball are two of the sports that are nearest and dearest to my heart. And golf is the one I really still play a lot. When I try to play basketball, I nearly die. And I almost did die the last time I played hoops. We play one day a year. It's the Thursday or Friday. It changes from year to year
stop doing that
before the start of the tournament.
You
I know.
either play every week or you don't play at all, because it's guys like you that play one game a year and then you have a heart attack and die.
I felt like I was having a heart attack because the game was not over yet, and I headed to the bench to sit down, and they had to ask me if I was okay. And then I popped back up and I lied because I wasn't okay. So I lied and said, "Oh,
well, you were
no,
also stupid too, because
I was a little sick.
You were like 2 days away from taking bronchitis medication.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't go out there and infect everybody, but I was 2 weeks recovered from a sickness that took me a while longer to get over. But either way, pickleball, I would like to see it where we stop taking over basketball courts in this city. I mean, we have a nice park in Hilliard where they made two beautiful outdoor pickleball specific courts.
Who am I with?
And
T-Bone
that's great. What?
I just thought when T-Bone wasn't here that we'd get a little bit more love for pickleball. That's all. You hate it too?
I'm not saying I hate it. I just want it to have its place. I'm not taking away from anybody that wants to play it. I'm just going to tell you, stop kicking basketball to the side in lieu of pickleball. Get your own space and your own facilities and have fun. Knock yourselves out. And I can also say, as a golfer, What kind of self-respecting golfer will quit golf to just start playing pickleball? Shame on you.
A bad one.
Yeah.
That's who.
A bad one. An idiot. That's who.
You know how you used to go to the baseball game? They had the little signs said no pepper games. They don't do that anymore.
Pepper.
Pepper was a game that players would play.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you don't know what pepper is, look it up on Google. I'm not going to explain it to you.
You just hit the ball
back and forth with the bat and crap like that.
Silly game.
They should put the signs up now for a new generation. No pickleball.
No pickleball.
And then years from now, people will say, Daddy, why did it say no pickleball? Like I did. Why did it say no pepper games?
I had a nightmare when I was taking the kids to the Hoosier gym. This is the same gym that they use for Hickory High School. In the movie, it sits captured in time in Knightstown, Indiana. I encourage you guys to stop if you ever take a trip west towards Indy.
They got the old man laying in state there right now.
He's
like Lenin. He's in a coffin you can see right through.
They spent some money on technology. They got his hologram just walking around.
Beautiful.
He busts the door open. He says, "Welcome to Indiana basketball." He's right there. Gene's right there. My team is on the floor. I had a nightmare that we would go there and it would be, sorry, closed for pickleball today.
They're not putting pickleball there.
Of course they're not putting pickleball there, but that's the point. I'm having nightmares anytime I take the basketball somewhere to shoot in an indoor gym. Oh, the YMCA, sorry, we have basketball on Mondays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 10. That's about it. What are we doing?
They just want to be involved, Timmy.
And golf, by the way.
Now you're going to say they should have their own schools.
Pickleball U.
Mm-hmm.
They got plenty of athletes forking up money. They might have their own university soon. But golf gives you a way to be away from your family for an incredibly long period of time.
That's true.
It's fantastic.
That's true.
You don't want to be going out for a hour-long pickleball match.
You're going all day.
When you could say, honey, the tee time's at 11:30, so I got to get up there by 10 to practice. You want me to be prepared, right? And we got 4 hours for the round, but why don't we call that 4.5? Because we'll have some morons up there that are looking over every shot too long and taking too long to play. Like they're talking about on tour now, we got to start stroking guys, as we say.
We're going to stroke it.
We got to start stroking dudes. So then you got the 4.5 hours. Then we need a little decompressing time after that. We got to have time with our friends.
This is how you sell this? This is a horrible sales job.
Well,
First of all, she just wants you out of the house so she can do the milkman.
Right.
She doesn't want you there.
It doesn't really need to be sold, right? I mean, you get some...
But you going to be gone for 2 days? Yeah, no problem. Fine.
Time away from me.
Boop, 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 boop. That's her on the touch-tone phone calling her lover, if you didn't know what that sound effect was.
That's you on the phone.
Boop, boop, boop. All right, Fat Boy Food Tip.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
All right, Timmy, what do you got?
I'm actually looking at peepsbrand.com right now. Easter is on its way. Are you or are you not a Peeps guy?
Nah, I don't need the Peeps.
Oh, God.
So many good Easter candies out there. I don't need the Peeps to waste my time. I mean, if that was the only thing available to me, I would eat it because it's sugar and fine. But
a fresh Peep is divine. I really do love it.
I give you a Cadbury cream egg.
I like that too. I like that too.
This is the whole thing with the milkshake for me. I don't have a problem with the milkshake per se.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as good as ice cream. And so if I have my choice between the two, why would I ever go with a milkshake?
Why would you ever go with a milkshake?
Yes, why? It's a subpar version of a thing that I like better.
Well, maybe you're at an establishment that only does milkshakes, but they don't do ice cream.
I wouldn't go to a place like that.
Sure you would.
And
what if you're eating at a place?
No.
Like Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake.
Then you grab
first
a
of all,
shake when you
then you know what?
Drink a little bit there and then take it with you.
I go next door. Next door to the Wits. Where do we live? The desert?
Stop it.
Where there's nothing there?
You're on a trip with your family. You get off I-70. You stop. You don't know what to do. Nothing looks good. There's an S&S. There's a Steak and Shake. S&S and S&M, too, right next door. So you stop there, you have your burgers, you have your fries, your shoestrings like you like it.
I'm not stopping
You want
there.
a sweet tooth, you're going to get a milkshake, and then you're going to drink about a quarter of it, and then you're going to hit the road, and you're sipping on a lovely milkshake for the next 30 minutes.
Of interstate traveler are you?
I don't know.
Where you stop, where there's only one restaurant location to choose from, I wait until I have choices. And there's got to be, if I want ice cream, I'm waiting for a DQ to pop up. And then I stop there.
We want to get back on the road.
You time these things out, Timmy.
We want to get
look in
back
advance.
on the road.
I know what exit has what on certain highways.
It's not about what has what. It's sooner or later you need to make a choice. And just
I've made
be
the
happy with
choice.
something.
I'd rather have nothing than stop and have subpar milkshake.
Let me tell you what Peeps is up to, though. Just listen to what these specialty flavors
we
are,
talking
because
about
they're always tinkering. I started the conversation with Peeps, and somehow we went to milkshakes.
Teddy's blacked out over there.
Teddy, do you actually like a Peep? If I brought some in to taste test, would you'd have them if I taste
I'm like
tested
with
them.
Common Man. I mean, I would eat one, but I'm not buying.
You're not getting them
one.
every year. You don't need to get a pack every year.
No, I'd rather have the Cadbury or the.
If somebody gives me an Easter basket, that is the last thing that I eat.
I thought
is a Peep.
Exactly.
I thought we were in America here. I thought you just had a package of Peeps for Easter, and then you're good with it. You make it out like I'm stuffing my face with Peeps year round. But 'tis the season, so they've got the classic yellow, of course, and they've got the bunnies, and they've got the Peep, the bird. I think the bird is better because it's fluffier. It's like a squishier guy. He's fat. They have cotton candy marshmallow flavored. They have Dr. Pepper flavored. I've tried the Dr. Pepper. That's the one I'd like to bring in to taste test. I think it's quite good. And then they have classic fruit punch, which could be a nifty flavor for Peeps. So we shall see.
You and Joshua Perry can get together, eat your circus peanuts and your Peeps. Go ahead. Teddy and I will be having the delicious chocolate, Easter chocolate.
Did he try to say that Peeps was one of his favorite Halloween candies?
I don't know about Peeps. He did say circus candy, circus
peanuts was one of his top candies, which is just a maniacal thing to say. He's wrong.
I feel like somebody had Peeps on their list, too. Was it Dan Orlovsky had some ridiculous list?
The Peeps is not a Halloween candy.
They make them for Halloween, too. It's all year round.
They probably, I guess.
They got St. Patrick's Day Peeps. They got Arbor Day Peeps. They got D-Day Peeps.
They've got June 4th Peeps. Army style?
June 4th.
What's June 6th.
January 6th, you idiot.
No, you said D-Day.
Oh. I thought we were storming the Capitol. I didn't know what you were talking about.
No,
I got 10 in my head saying January 6th.
Not Jan 6th, you idiot. No, he said
They probably
D-Day.
do have Jan 6 Peeps.
I just watched Saving Private Ryan 3 days ago.
Nicholas is buying some Stop the Steal Peeps. Yeah, I love the Peeps.
He likes some
Delicious.
Jacks. Yeah.
Degenerate Timmy up next. Cowan Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 15-minute delay on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Main Street and 33. And there's a 10-minute slowdown on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the Miller's Yard, who now use True Green. The lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
Hey, living with chronic pain, it's like trying to get comfortable on a cactus sofa, walking on pins and needles. Nothing feels good. And forget trying to do the things you love and enjoy. Like the spring, it's getting warm, whether you want to golf, whether you want to hike, whether you want to bike, whether you want to play pickleball. You're just trying to get by. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter here. I want you to know something. The medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus are on the case and focused to finally get you the relief you need. Finally, calm that debilitating joint pain in your knee just like I did. Maybe it's your hip, your shoulder, your back. Don't miss a beat, no surgery or long recovery. I'm done with getting cut on. With QC Kinetics, the science is solid. They give you your life back. A life healthier, free of harmful meds. That's the whole mission of QC Kinetics. You could be a candidate. So go to qckinetics.com/Columbus to find out how easy it is. They've got offices now in Canal and Grove City. So call 380-208-4544.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
Hey there, long day, empty stomach, craving hot and cheesy pizza? Get the $5 meal deal at Speedway. 2 big, delicious slices of pepperoni, 3 cheese, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20 ounce for just $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, this dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Jenner Timmy coming up in mere moments. What else do I have for you?
What do you got?
Our Reds lost to the Mariners this afternoon. They suck. Guardians and Orioles again tonight. Oh, I remember what I wanted to tell you. So we got the game on last night, Guardians, Orioles, just flipping around. And Samantha says to me that she wants to grow up and marry a guy who looks like the cartoon Oriole.
Nice.
And I said, why?
He looks friendly.
He is friendly. I love that bird, man.
He's friendly? First of all, he's a cartoon.
You're right. The version that she's thinking of, how is it not friendly? It's a friendly mascot. What do you mean, how do you know it's friendly?
There's plenty of people out there that smile at you. No, John Wayne Gacy was a clown.
We're not talking about him.
And then he invited boys into his house and touched them and killed them.
That's not what we're talking about. Don't you put that on the Oriole bird?
The Oriole bird could be a degenerate in the mascot world.
You're out of your mind. This is no Philly fanatic.
Maybe the
some
Philly
green
fanatics
thing that's humping
getting
all
together
over the place.
with Mr. and Mrs. Met saying, hey, do you hear what the Oriole did?
No.
Oriole was gratifying himself in public.
The Philly fanatic is grotesque. He gets on top of that dugout. He's gyrating. He's moving his midsection. He's Elvis. That Philly fanatic is Elvis back in the 50s. Cover your eyes, girls. The Oriole bird is a good, clean bird.
Clean bird. Beat me to it, you
stupid F.
Timmy!
Picks for the weekend.
Degenerate Timmy is brought to you by our friends at Ohio Health. Go.
You're disgusting.
Now you talk now.
You're disgusting.
My daughter's going to marry a cartoon.
You bring that up about the Oriole bird, the finest mascot that we have. That's one of the reasons I still like that team this much, is because of him and the color scheme.
I'm not paying for a wedding for a cartoon bird.
Maybe just an Orioles fan she'll settle for. Let's look at the PGA Tour's stop at Harbor Town. Teddy, I don't know if you've been following it back there. I haven't looked it up since we started the show, but Justin Thomas was on a flipping heater. He was 10 under. Did he pull off the 61?
Yeah, he's
today?
at 10 under. He's got a 3-shot lead.
My God. Good for him. But this is the battle for the plaid jacket, Mike. Don't know if you knew that.
Not a green jacket.
We got jackets the week after a jacket. And this is Harbor Town. Great spot down there in South Carolina. I do love this event, the RBC Heritage. Scotty Scheffler is there. He is the defending champ, so he was wearing his plaid jacket while he was doing his media stuff early this week. But here's my thing. I want to encourage you not to bother with a wager on Scotty. Even if you think he's going to win, because of what we said, Justin Thomas went off today. So Thomas went way up in the odds with a 3-shot lead. I would be wary of JT, too, because you're not getting much value if you didn't make that pick before the tournament started. He's up to sort of a plus 200, about neck and neck where Scotty is now. But JT's been a little bit more inconsistent in his play. Scotty had the hand thing where he was trying to make pasta, and he cut his hand. He's still trying to get his year kick-started. He's obviously one of the best in the world, but you're not getting the value.
Pasta 4.
He was using it. Did you hear about that story?
Get a chef.
I don't get it.
You got $200 million. Have somebody come make you
even
pasta.
when you're traveling, have somebody.
Call Giada De Laurentiis to come over and
anybody
make you some pasta.
Jack will probably come over and make you some pasta.
I'll have my tatas out just like Giada.
So here's what I'll say. A guy like Matt Fitzpatrick, the Englishman, he is plus 6,000. That's value. That's value.
That's
you
value.
put $10 or $100 on that and it hits, then you're eating nice dinners for a while. And he's at 5 under par. He was your winner at this event. Beat, I think it was Spieth in a playoff 2 years ago. So consider him, and consider a guy like the show favorite, Cooch. Thanks for joining in, everybody.
Cooch.
He's plus 22,000. So he's four under par.
Nobody believes in Cooch
Nobody
anymore.
believes in Cooch. Let's take a look at the hockey tonight. Forget about golf for a while. Columbus Blue Jackets hosting the Islanders at 7, 6:30 pregame coverage right here tonight. The boys are favored by 1.5 goals and getting plus money on that. However, I would definitely take the CBJ on the money line. Player appreciation night, like we said. Not fan appreciation night this time.
No, we go out there, we show them appreciation.
Support those guys.
Under
for
the
what they put on.
circumstances, one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen.
And I think we're going places. Like this can be the start of something. A new regime, new coaching staff. Going to find a goaltender this offseason. Maybe it's Jet Greaves. Give him that chance. But I really like this play. How about a Zach Werenski and Adam Fantilli to get 2 points? What do you think about that? 2 points for each of those guys. The way they're playing right now, end the season on a high note, the way Fantilli's been playing this past week.
Fantastic idea.
I think it's great. I
wasn't listening, but I'm sure it was really good. Whatever you said.
Here's what it is. You just put $10 on that, and boom, $135 yield. That's low risk, high reward. Two of your favorite players out there, Werenski, Fantilli, to get a pair of points. Could be a goal or an assist, whatever. Boom, cannon blast that. Right up the you-know-what.
Now, over at Nationwide, I've not been in the building when there's been a Jet Greaves game. Do they play Jet on the big sound system there?
Oh, Jet. That's
the Wings ditty with Paul McCartney?
I was thinking of
the band Jet.
I was thinking of the band.
There's a band Jet. Yeah. Well, you know what?
They rock.
Yeah, which is theirs? I keep thinking of Blur Song 2.
Are You Gonna Be My
Jet
Girl?
is Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Also,
There you go.
Cold Hard Bitch.
Yeah.
Cold hard bitch, you got a kiss on your lips.
Yeah.
That was all I need.
That's good. I like it.
That's good, too. Yeah, those are a couple of bangers. Way better than Paul McCartney's.
You get
Wings.
that. It's epic. Why are we doing this together? And you're doing it wrong. Jet.
Oh, Dave Matthews in there?
You stupid F. My God. Golf may be copying baseball. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking 2 lanes on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between 33 and I-70. It's going to be stop and go from Alum Creek Drive. And you're going to hit another delay on eastbound 670 between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money. It's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Limit 10. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
And the top overall pick in this year's draft is
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. That's right, it's number one in my heart. This is Scotty Vegas, and we're hosting a special draft show and watch party starting at 7 p.m. Thursday, April 24th for the first round of the draft. Watch and place wagers on the picks with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and a live show at 7 at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Lindsay's one and only trade-a-thon.
We'll trade for anything. Plus, give you $1,000 more for your trade. Choose a 2025 Honda Ridgeline RTL or an all-wheel drive HRV LX or a CRV LX and pay just $299 a month. 3 models with one very low Lindsay price.
Trade up to the reliability of a new or certified Honda.
So lock in your price today. The one and only Lindsay Honda Trade-a-thon is back. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Blue Jackets close out their season tonight hosting the New York Islanders. You can hear that game tonight right here on The Fan. The Jackets and head coach Dean Evison disappointed that playoffs won't be following.
We're disappointed. We're, sad. We're a little bit peeved off. We played well here as of late. It's unfortunate we don't have an opportunity here tonight to get in.
Jackets with a 5-game winning streak going into the matchup. Baseball today, Seattle came from behind to beat the Cincinnati Reds 11-7 in 10 innings. Cleveland Guardians finish off their series in Baltimore. Clippers lost at home to Louisville today, 9-4. From college football, the NCAA announcing a rules change to fight players faking injuries. If a team's medical personnel enter the field after officials have spotted the ball, that team will be charged with a timeout or given a delay of game penalty if they're out of timeouts. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
All right, I was just... Bone's not here. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. You poo-pooed this, but now I'm thinking more about it during the break. How great would it be? Jet Greaves, goaltender of the present and future.
Yeah.
Every time he takes the ice. Teddy, did you get it for me?
I got it.
This is Paul McCartney.
Let's go.
And Wings with old Jet. Give me that, Teddy. Oh, just picture this. Blasting out of the speakers as he takes the ice. It calms down a little bit. You done? No. More. And then, wait for it.
And then.
Wait for it. Wait for it a little bit more.
It's coming.
It's coming. Mm-hmm. And then in unison, Jet! We all wave our hands in the air and go, Jet! Jet! This could be Jet! The Jackets version of Sweet Caroline.
That's pretty good.
I'm telling you, we get the whole crowd in unison pumping their fists and going, Jet! We got the Leo thing. That's fine. That's good. But this could be the song for a new generation, even though the song is 50 years old. Let's not focus on that.
Wait for the part coming up here, because this is where the crowd gets involved again. Right here at this part, Teddy. Kick it.
Jet! Woo, woo, woo! Jet! Woo, woo, woo! Yes.
Yeah.
So as much as I enjoy the band Jet and the idea of pumping out Cold Hard Bitch on the speakers for everybody to hear,
What if we have songs for each period when he comes out? We start the game with this, though. And then maybe for the first period intermission when he comes back out and circles the net or whatever, then we go with Cold Hard Bitch. And then what's the other one, Ted? Woo, woo, woo. That's good. That's good.
We've been kicked off YouTube. Who cares?
That's all right. Yeah. Oh, that for sure happened.
I mean, this is fine. This is fine. This is regular Jet. This is, Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. And again, this is good. This is a good backup option, especially when it kicks up here in a second where they go, ah! Which they will. Take my word for it. We're off YouTube anyway. What's the difference? Hey! This is good. But again,
yeah, this one kicks. Love the song.
There's not a real opportunity for the entire crowd to get into it, is what I'm saying.
You look so fine because I really want to make you mine. I said you look so fine because I really want to make you mine.
You done now?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
All right. I know you're listening over there at Nationwide Arena. Jet tonight. Make my day.
Some good ideas out there.
I'm coming to the game. I'm going to celebrate this team. It's team appreciation night, not fan appreciation night. We go celebrate this team because under the circumstances, they had one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen. I'd like it to be postseason. It wasn't meant to be. But tonight, we give them a hand.
And then next year will be the year.
I guess something
some moves.
Else for you. What's the Panda Man points us out on the chat? What's the official pizza of the Blue Jackets?
They have Jets.
That's a Orensky thing, though. You don't want to be taking money out of his pocket.
He could afford to give a little to Jet, right? Come on.
Of course. Roping another guy into the endorsement.
Yeah, you don't have
What's wrong with that? We're both tri-state, right?
You can do that.
Somebody just said Benny and the Jets. No, that's the Jets.
Yeah,
and we already have a team in the NHL called the Jets.
This is just Jet.
Remember the T-Bone parody?
Yeah, that was good.
That was terrible.
Which parody are you talking about?
When he did Tebow and the Jets?
I don't remember. Can you pull that up?
Oh, come on, man.
No, come on.
Sorry. I mean, if it's a bit, you should be able to.
It's a bit.
Pretty good. That was back in 2012.
Oh, that was the early days of the show. We just started doing the show then. We were Common Man and Company.
Wow. I love how Bone.
Or you know what? I think Torg was still on the show then. I think Bone was producing.
I think he said Torg made him do that.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
That makes sense because it would have been. It would have been 2011's off season going into 12. Yeah.
Or he was historically fired at the end of 2012.
I remember that.
You remember that? I remember that too.
Well, I had lunch with you and Torg. That's how this all started. So that would have been before the show. Yes, because Tebow played there in 2012. So that would have been in the offseason when the announcement was made, when he made that song. But the way that things started here for me, I had lunch with you and Torg at the Claddagh?
Claddagh,
the Irish pub right across the courtyard from our building. And I went back home. You guys probably thought, like, Jesus, we have to work with this guy. And we're nice just on the surface. And It was in between the time that I had that meeting with you guys to say hello, but I was going to produce the show, or at least applying for the job, interviewing for that job. But by the time I actually took a position and started out here, that had happened. That was
got
in
fired.
October of 2012-ish.
And then you came in to produce for how long did you produce the show?
It was the end of the year, and then it was to the Buckeye show. So it was
October,
November, December, and then at the start of January, it was me and Bobby on the Buckeye show back in 2013.
Is that when you came back then, Teddy?
I was I came back part-time there in 2013, but I didn't start with you guys as a producer until it was like July of 2014. I think.
All right.
What were you doing for that first year? Were you doing Ohio State things?
When I was working part-time here, I was just filling in for I filled in for production a lot. I did some sports reporting as far as going out to cover events. I covered a lot of Jackets games.
I love that.
We
need more of
that. And just
I want you on the scene.
Yeah, I did all
He doesn't want to be on the scene.
I want it.
I did extra shows like the crew. We had a cruise show. We had the jacket show, and I like produced all those. And
yeah. Could you imagine Teddy as a reporter out and about reporting things?
What do you think about you sucking tonight? Well, I don't know what they're gonna do about it.
Why are we so bad out there?
Hey man, why can't you hit a damn shot? Your thoughts? All right.
It'd be unapologetic, right?
I will tell you this, Timmy. I always shoot straight with you. You know, you're my best buddy. You were perhaps the worst producer I've ever had in my life. If you didn't move to on the air, you would have been fired instantly. You were so bad.
I appreciate that.
Because as a producer, you have to have some semblance of an attention span.
You've got to have
because you're doing
organizational
multiple things,
skills.
Right?
Yeah.
You get so hyper-focused on one thing that if I ask you a question like, hey, Timmy, what was that stat again? You're gone for 3 hours trying to find the stat. Station's off the air.
It's time to go to
music's
break
playing,
now.
Time to go to break. Doesn't matter. You're gone.
There were a couple of times, yes. I'm sure if we went back and reviewed all the shows, there were a couple of elements that were missed.
Those shows
that
have
you
been
called
burned.
for. We can't even go back and listen to them because it was so long
Burned.
ago. Yeah, they
Gone.
are burned. So we can't even review the tape. So people just have
One
to
of my
trust
favorite
what you're saying.
Timmyisms is, so we're doing the show, and as we do with Ted sometimes, we involve Ted in the conversation.
I know what you're going to say.
We were involving Timmy in whatever conversation we were having on the air. And then it was time to take a break. I did like, hey, Common Man and Company, whatever the hell it was, Common Man and Company on the fan. And there's just dead air, and I'm just looking at you.
Common Man and Company on the fan.
And you're just stone-faced. And what did you say?
Well, you know, we got to talking.
We got to talking.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we do. It's a talk show on the radio. We got to talking.
Sure did. How long have we been doing this?
30 years.
Oh, boy.
All right. Golf, copying baseball, perhaps. We'll get to it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the fan. Ted, don't do it. Ted.
We got to talking.
Stop it. Stop it, you F.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Easton Way and 161. And we also have a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you buy from Pella, you could meet Brad, Bob, maybe Mike, or 54 others that make our local Pella team so awesome.
And if you buy from me, you'll get to meet me.
Just a one-man operation, Wilson?
I've got a bunch of cousins helping me, but based on their work, I'm not sure they've got thumbs.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus. at PellaColumbus.com.
Attention kingdom-seeking business professionals, entrepreneurs, and investors in Columbus. Are you ready to experience a life-changing event that will elevate your faith, finances, and future in 2025? Then you won't want to miss this. Join us for Life Search, featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center for an extraordinary one-day event that will empower you to transform every area of your life through the power of faith. Prepare to be inspired by an incredible lineup of champions, including college football champions Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, three-time national champion head coach Urban Meyer, sportscaster Kirk Herbstreit, two-time national football champion Tim Tebow, and more. These champions have experienced firsthand how faith transforms lives, and they'll be joining Life Search to share their powerful stories and insights on how to integrate faith into your business, finances, and every aspect of your journey. Seats are selling fast to this unforgettable event, so don't wait. Head to LifeSearch.com now to secure your tickets before they're gone. Life Search featuring Champions of Faith, Saturday, May 10th at the Schottenstein Center. Don't miss out. Your transformation begins here. Visit LifeSearch.com today.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few clouds out there, breezy and warm and dry on this Thursday. Enjoy. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Overnight, we'll drop down to the low 50s with a couple of clouds and showers while you're sleeping. And during the day on Friday, more sun than clouds, windy and warmer with highs around 80 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The dumb is strong with this show. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Bone is out. Timmy's here.
Oh, man. Little thing with Jerry and the Peeps. We just heard Jerry give the weather right there.
Jerry
Martz, 10 TV.
Yep.
He's great. I love the guy.
Good, clean boy.
But I just found something out that might turn him into a serial killer. You tell me, you guys think about this. Tell me if you agree. We were playing a game of ping pong in one of the breaks like we always do. Man's kicking my ass today for those keeping score. And I shout over there at Nicole Sheeran, also the lovely 10 TV anchor reporter. And I asked her if she enjoys Peeps because I want to know if I'm the only one here between the Ted didn't like him that much, you don't like him that much. She also said no.
They're fine.
Not really for him.
If there's a basket of Easter candy, that's the last thing that I'm going to eat.
Right,
from the basket.
I got it. So there's a difference. I want to have my package of Peeps. Like I need that.
You
for
look
Easter.
forward to the Peeps.
Yeah, I look forward to having them. I like them the way they're intended to be consumed. There's some people that have a weird take where they like them when they get crusty and stale because it is annoying how there's like a double box package, but it's the same cellophane that covers the two boxes. So if you're only eating that top strip, you have to go and get a Ziploc bag out of the pantry to keep them fresh until several hours later or the next day when you're going to finish them. So she then tells us that Jerry Martz likes to put Peeps in the freezer.
You flipped out when you heard this.
What? Think about that.
That was almost, you had the same reaction out there as if she said to you, you know what, just talk to Jerry. He's into bestiality. You had the same reaction.
Talk to his neighbor and the neighbor's into it too. Something they do together. Very strange. I'm going to try this. I have to try it. I want to see chemically, scientifically,
you were offended.
What it does. I can't imagine. How would it do anything other than become a hard rock of a candy?
He apparently likes the hard rock of the candy.
What are you, just chiseling at it with your teeth?
Maybe he puts the entire Peep in his mouth and lets it melt.
Lets it settle?
Right. Maybe he likes that.
Maybe
let the man enjoy his Peeps out of the freezer. Maybe they're wonderful.
Jerry knows a lot about hot, cold systems, being a meteorologist.
That's right.
Maybe there is something
low pressure system in his mouth.
There's a high pressure system in the freezer that storms through the marshmallow.
His tongue is the jet stream.
The jet stream. Oh, boy. I'm going to try it and see what it does. I have some Dr. Pepper Peeps left at the house. It's going to go in the freezer. I'll report back.
The PGA Tour is becoming the latest major sports league to turn to technology to help in modernizing and speeding up its on-course product, with Major League Baseball seeing fantastic results from the implementation of the pitch clock in 2023.
Really quick games.
The PGA Tour is testing the use of distance measuring devices at 6 events over a 4-week period beginning Thursday, which is today, at the RBC Heritage in Hilton Head. Like baseball, professional golf has long struggled with its pace of play, often resulting in 5+ hour rounds during tournaments, well above the standard 4 hours expected for playing 18 holes.
So they're not actually going to any kind of stroking guys system for a pitch count, because there is a lot of talk about this almost exact same thing where you have a pitch clock in baseball. And I don't know if you would call it a stroke clock in golf. In the Corn Ferry Tour.
That's what I was going to say. On the second tier tour, Corn Ferry Tour, the Freak on a Leash Tour.
Exactly.
Players over the next 3 events will be assessed a 1-stroke penalty for their first bad time, is what they're calling it.
That's what they all do.
Which occurs when a player exceeds the applicable time to play a stroke while being timed. Previously, a 1-stroke penalty was not applied until a player was assessed a second bad time. But what is the bad time? They don't tell you what the time is.
They haven't said.
I'm just saying this whole thing, was it arbitrary?
I'm a golf fan, and I don't know what the actual time limit is.
That's the problem here. With a 24-second shot clock, I know how long it is.
Right.
24 seconds.
I'm sure it's not 24 seconds. I'm sure there's more time allowed because it is the game of golf. It's not a rock concert. We're just trying to get along there and shoot the lowest score that we can.
It's not a rock concert.
You get that?
It's not a baggy pants fuss.
Come on. Damn you people. Go back to your shanties. So we're out there. We're going along, and I think this is something on the Corn Ferry Tour where it tells you that for the first bad time, you do get a stroke penalty.
Yes, but what constitutes a bad time?
But I'm sure that all of the players are very well aware of what that is. I would like for there to be a grievance for the first time you're okay, and then anytime after that, then a 1-stroke penalty is is massive. I mean, that can be the difference between you making the cut or not making the cut, winning the golf tournament or not. So I'm not saying I'm against it. I just would say, let the first one go, then you know that you're on the clock. Because we hear, I mean, Justin Rose was talking about it in the Masters, right, Ted? He mentioned how they were put on the clock.
Yeah.
But there's not really anything done to you on the PGA Tour level from being on the clock. It's just that you've got, tournament officials telling you you've got to speed up your play. But they do play very, very slow when it's major championship golf. You saw Justin Rose take a look at that putt on 17 that he wound up missing. He must have done his routine 3 separate times. But as far as distance measuring devices, those are just rangefinders. Yes, we all use those as amateur players, and I think that's fine. I know some people like to have them play the course the days leading up to an event where them and their caddies walk it old-fashioned style. You see those booklets that they're always flipping through all throughout the tournaments. That's handwritten notes and things that tell them about spots on the course and whether the pin's front, middle, back, how far the yardage is to those spots on the green. So I think rangefinders is fine. I mean, we have the technology. Let's just get the number. I'm more interested in the skill for how these guys hit the shots. And if it helps them throw up some lower numbers, well, then, you know what? Everybody's going to be using the same advantage. So let's see what the numbers go to, and let's win that way.
Texas Longhorns quarterback Arch Manning has signed his first autograph memorabilia partnership with Panini America.
Oh, I like a good Panini.
Also make a mean sandwich.
They make a good card.
Multi-year agreement expands on Manning's exclusive trading card deal with the company and is the latest in a series of deals for Panini that includes projected first-round picks Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Shadur Sanders. So you can buy through Panini only. Arch Manning signed photos for the low price of $699.
Woo-wee.
Helmets for the low price of $999. And jerseys for $999. They're now available on the Panini site. Now,
it's too much. I'm not buying.
It is a lot. But if you're a big Arch Manning fan, it's there for you. However, buyer beware. Because what did we learn from the Johnny Manziel documentary? We learned that Johnny Manziel not only was taking money for autographs, he wasn't even signing most of the stuff. He had his cronies signing it.
Crazy.
So Arch Manning could have a whole army of little Arches out there eating frozen Peeps and signing autographs.
Frozen Peep Mannings. I would like to think that Panini, no way. They're too hot of a brand right now with where the card industry has gone. All that stuff is on the up and up.
You're expecting competence.
I know. I want to think that, right? But there's so many of these signed cards that are out there. You notice how they just sign strips now. And this is another way.
That's what you gave me with the Leaky Black card.
Look, I would have gotten an on-card autograph for you if there was one, but I just randomly found that in a shop. Was I not going to get it for you?
No, I enjoyed it very much.
Found a Leaky Black.
It's a hand-signed Leaky Black rookie card.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, we had this discussion maybe a month back. We were talking about one of the hot cards. Maybe we were having the Paul Skeens discussion, and we got into the hobby talk a little bit. And they have these different ways. Like you said, they can essentially set the market. They can sort of decide we're going to make a rare card.
Yeah.
And we're going to push this.
It's a one-on-one.
It's a one-on-one. We're going to make one, and we're going to create this hysteria. And hopefully, we're going to drive sales for all of those boxes that we tell our customers. It could be in this kind of box, could be in that kind of box, or that kind of box. Those are the 3 ones. Go nuts. Buy as many of them as you can see when they fly off the shelves. So, you've got another differential is whether that's an on-card autograph, where the player is simply signing the actual card.
That's more valuable.
That's more valuable because for most of it, there's not time. You're doing a deal like you're doing with Arch Manning, or you're having thousands of cards that are going to be signed. And it's not just for one brand, or I guess Panini would be the brand, but then there's many, many different things that they own, right? Like they still own Donruss. You can go and get a Donruss box. That's NFL cards that's Panini owned. There's the old-fashioned, what am I thinking of? Topps is separate, and they I think are going to take over the NFL
Upper Deck
next year. Not Upper Deck, Score. You remember Score cards.
Yeah.
Score is also another one.
Fleer?
I don't think Fleer's around.
Fleer dead.
Fleer dead, but Donruss and Score, ones names that you would know from the past. Panini has those. So you're signing these strips, and then they're taping those onto the card. Still better than not getting an auto.
How about this?
But not quite the on card.
You want to make something extra rare. All right, signed cards, we've done it. Jersey cards, little patches of jersey in there, we've done it. How about you open up a pack, and it's just a piece of used gauze that Paul Skeens has licked.
Mm-hmm.
Just licked it. His DNA is on the gauze.
I thought you were going to go with like a Kurt Schilling blood sock.
Well, that could be something, too.
That'd
You cut
be
up that
really
bloody
valuable.
sock. Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Or one of Kurt Schilling's nasty notes to his colleagues at ESPN. Little pieces of that.
Speaking of
Hate
somebody
messages.
who was at January 6th.
Right.
But imagine getting like a little cloth that's been licked. So in the future, if you want to make like baseball Jurassic Park, you can make your own Paul Skeens from his DNA.
My God.
You know, a lot of people have 3D printers at home now.
Of course.
We may have 3D cloning pretty soon.
Well, I want the real thing.
Make your own Paul Skeens.
I make your own Skeens.
But it's miniature size. You can't have a competing Skeen out there.
My God. No.
So you get a little mini one. It's like a pony.
It's like all those...
mini pony.
Mini pony. It's mini Skeens. It's like those stupid things that you're seeing all over Instagram. Are you seeing these too, where everybody's turning themselves into a doll?
Yeah.
Pretty stupid.
That's fun.
Let's do it to ourselves.
Yeah. That's really stupid. Let's do it.
Ted, you do it too.
Hey, Timmy wants to send a college basketball player to jail.
Yeah.
That's coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 25-minute delay due to a crash that's blocking the left lane on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between 33 and I-70. And we've got slower traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 5th Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood. It's luscious. I swear by two things, water and Weed Man. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your four-legged friends. For a free quote, give them a call, 614-733-3747, weedmanusa.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
It's Lindsay's one and only trade-a-thon.
We'll trade for anything, plus give you $1,000 more for your trade. Choose a 2025 Honda Ridgeline RTL or an all-wheel drive HRV LX or a CRV LX and pay just $299 a month. 3 models with one very low Lindsay price.
Trade up to the reliability of a new or certified Honda.
So lock in your price today. The one and only Lindsay Honda Trade-a-thon is back. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
And the top overall pick in this year's draft is the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. That's right, it's number one in my heart. This is Scotty Vegas, and we're hosting a special draft show and watch party starting at 7 p.m. Thursday, April 24th for the first round of the draft. Watch and place wagers on the picks with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and a live show at 7 at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Listen to this show or go to hell. This is Man and Bone.
Fish has given me the plug sheet for tomorrow.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He gave it to me.
I gave it to you.
All right. Tomorrow morning, AJ Hawk's on Morning Juice at 8:30. See, now if Fish printed this out, you did, it would say AJ Hawk, Buckeye legend. But yours just says AJ Hawk.
Yeah, I don't think
as if we should know who AJ Hawk is.
I do say that. We're in this town. He's been on the show for that long. If you don't know the name AJ Hawk, I consider that a you problem at this point.
I agree with you.
I stand by it.
I agree. Noon tomorrow, Rothman and Ice. Adam King is filling in for Matty Ice. At 2:30, they'll have Chin Music with Jensen Lewis. Jensen Lewis, also a guy who likes to piss in the toilet and not flush.
Lies.
It's not lies.
Why? Why with J-Lou?
He would do it frequently.
Do that
when he was here in the building. Every time he went in, in the old building.
I ain't seen him in a long time.
Well, you think he's changed his habits? Let me tell you something.
It was probably a mistake.
If you're an adult and you don't flush, you don't just change that. That's who you are. It's not like one day you wake up and it's like, I'm 42. Maybe I should start flushing now. No.
It's disgusting. I yell out loud when I walk into one of these bathrooms and there's just a bowl full of piss.
I walked in the other day. I would love a bowl full of piss. Instead, I got Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Get out of here.
Popping out of the water. Big log. Huge log.
Get out of here. That's disgusting. Oh, man. What a place we work at.
And then tomorrow on this show, it is Tool of the Week. More Timmy in for Bone tomorrow. Bone's not coming back. That's enough, Bone.
He's on vacation.
Yes, he went down to...
Be back Monday. He went to Bucky's.
He did, actually.
He went to Bucky's.
Went down to Tennessee.
Gatlinburg.
Right, Timmy wants to send a college basketball player to jail.
Yeah, I hope everybody is with me on this because, again, I am very pro-player. I want to start with that. The transfer portal is what it is. I think you should have your opportunities to go wherever makes you happy. But I'm just saying personally here, if I were giving someone honest advice, if I were trying to steer my son in the right direction, I could only give my advice and then leave him to his devices to make his own choice. But A.J. Storr, who previously played in the Big Ten at Wisconsin, transferred to Kansas, my Jayhawks there, was an unmitigated disaster.
All right, hold on. So where did he start?
6.1 points per game, 1.7 rebounds per game, hold on, and not even an assist per game. Made Bill Self want to get closer to retirement. Before I get to college basketball, don't start writing just yet. So let me walk it back to high school basketball to sort of illustrate what's happening.
Where the hell we're going here.
Just wait.
We're going back to this dude's high school?
Just wait.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So we're in Kankakee, Illinois.
I'm aware of Kankakee.
I believe David Letterman had a good Kankakee, Illinois bit. It's the town of gazebos. So he probably was hanging out in gazebos in Kankakee. Enjoying all of them there. So he's in Kankakee. Then he goes to Las Vegas.
All right, hold on. Kankakee.
Kankakee, Illinois. Kankakee High School. Then he's done with a year there. He starts this journey.
Okay.
So year one, Kankakee. Year two, Bishop Gorman High School. You heard of that place.
Yep.
I think Tate Martell went to Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. Then he went on to continue his prep career. He spent the 2021 season at AZ Compass in Chandler, Arizona, where he helped the Dragons do a good season there, 28-2.
Okay.
So that's the third. Then we go to where Fish is hanging out today, Bradenton, Florida. That's the famous IMG Academy. Had a good year there, increased his status, 22.8 points per game. We're at 4 schools.
All right, we're at Kankakee.
In 4 years.
Las Vegas, Chandler, Arizona, Bradenton, Florida.
You got it. You following? Then we go to college basketball. And I want to throw this one in there too, because it could really be seen as 9. He was committed to Illinois. He did the recruiting process.
Yeah, but he didn't move there.
But he committed to Illinois, then decommits from Illinois, goes to St. John's. So he's a Johnny in 22-23.
St. John's.
Number 5. Got it?
Yep.
8.8 points per game, 1.9. Decent looking player. Started 17 games. You can see some bright spots with him. Then he comes to the Big Ten. 23-24. Wisconsin.
Whiskey.
Got that?
Yep.
We're at 6.
Kankakee, Las Vegas, Chandler, Bradenton, St. John's. And
So Jamaica, New York.
Whiskey.
And then Madison, Wisconsin. Here we are. Then 16.8 points per game, 3.9 rebounds. He's a stud, right?
Good
you
numbers.
can see started 36 games,
Yep.
played 36 games, almost 30 minutes a game. 43% from the field. Could have been a touch better from beyond the arc, but 17 points per game in the Big Ten, that's unbelievable. You're going to get looks from everybody. Or you can just stay at Wisconsin and enjoy that ride there. No, he gets in the portal. Kansas wants him.
Okay.
24-25, Kansas Jayhawks. Just mentioned that. A total disaster. Maybe the biggest transfer portal bust in college basketball. Does he stay and ride it out at KU?
I'm going to say no.
Nope, that's not how it's working out. And being totally honest with this, the way this game works, Kansas probably did not want him to ride that out. So he is now committed to Ole Miss, and he is going to play his 8th year as a basketball player, high school and college basketball player, on his 8th different team in his 8th different city and different state.
Kankakee, Las Vegas, Chandler, Bradenton, St. John's, Wisconsin, Kansas, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. With a decommitment from Illinois at the start of his college career.
He's going to be one of those guys when he's grown up. Like, yeah, I moved around a lot as a kid.
What were you?
Yeah, me too. Military? Nope. Basketball.
Basketball.
You know, high school, college, never in the same place for the whole year.
They say, what? Why?
Yeah.
You get traded once maybe as a pro player. I get it.
Get sucked into that portal like it's a real entity that just sucks you in.
That's why I go back and I say jail. Jail for this kind of behavior. I want players to have their right to move, but what are we doing? At a certain point, this is counter to what you're trying to achieve as a basketball player. Am I wrong here? Would this not be
I agree
similar
with you.
advice to what you would try to tell a person? If you really try and it doesn't work out, you've got that right to transfer and find a place before your clock runs out. But we're not just looking at the college basketball picture right here, where there are probably others like him that are going to their 4th
I don't know
team
if
in
there's
4
others
years.
like this when it comes to all the moving in high school, too.
8 teams in 8 years, and we're talking about this is something we're doing for our high school and prep career now? It's madness. That's insane.
But let me ask you.
Just chill out.
It's strange to think about, but, you know, they've been doing this for years. I watched a documentary on this the other day where, like, the mom and the kid will move to Los Angeles and stay at some apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
Dad stays in St. Louis or wherever.
Yeah.
Because it's pilot season and they go out there and the kid wants to be an actor and they go on all the auditions and they go back and forth and they're moving here and there.
Yeah,
and the family unit's not together because of the, air quotes, betterment of the kid.
Yeah.
Certainly has nothing to do with the parents looking to live out their dreams through the kid. Nothing like that.
Right.
But is now college basketball, not just any sport, really, I guess, is it now catching up to that entertainment industry?
Well, and also, what were we hearing a lot about Nico and how and we know just from talking to coaches and talking from people that are in this NIL game, you better believe that moms and dads, sometimes uncles, aunts,
of course they're involved.
Brothers that are older or
Yes,
whatever, sisters.
Of course they are.
They're getting involved and holding these coaches and, you know, folks that work at the collectives that are handling the money situation, quote unquote, holding them hostage for more. And at what point is this counter to what the actual person, the athlete, wants? In some cases, maybe in AJ's case, it's his choice, and he's getting so antsy after a season or doesn't like a couple of things that went on or the fit or the role, and you're looking to leave. I think back to Luther Muhammad. Remember the guard for Ohio State?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. Beam and I did an interview with Holtman when he was still on the rise with his first couple years at Ohio State, and they were having a season that was looking pretty good that year. And Luther Muhammad had a nice season. I remember he scored like 22 points against Maryland that year. He was hovering around 10 points per game, had a good role, good fit. And before the news broke, I had maybe asked something in the interview that made Chris think that I knew what was about to happen, but I didn't. I was just...
You don't know anything.
I didn't in that case. I do some things, but I was just asking an honest question about Luther, and he kept us after the interview and said, hey, are we not rolling? He was like, yeah. He's like, I didn't know why you asked about that, but I don't want this to get out yet, but yeah, Luther apparently is going to hit the portal today. He was like, I can't believe it, and it just was one of those crazy type of things that you hear where you know what they're dealing with and how much extra work they got to do just to try to explain to someone this is a good situation. you will probably go out there and maybe not find something that's quite as good as what it is here. A starter, getting starter minutes. You're not that talented offensively anyway, so if that's what you're looking for, good luck, but make sure you keep up that defense because that's something that's going to make you a great basketball player. Fascinating.
Back page coming up. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 270. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Ackerman Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This spring, celebrate the sparkle that she brings to your life with something that sparkles right back. Whether it's for Mother's Day, an anniversary, or just because, Diamond Cellar has the perfect gift for the women who mean the world to you. Visit Diamond Cellar today on Selma Road and at Easton Town Center.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of saving a good deal more when you shop with M-Perks at Meyer. Some delicious blueberries, money saved. A creamy treat of cookie dough ice cream, that's money saved. Savings, savings, savings. Because every dollar spent is also 10 points earned in M-Perks, which you can use to save on your next grocery trip or up to $1 off per gallon on your next tank of gas. At Meyer, we work hard to help you save a good deal more for a whole lot less. That's bringing more good to life. Exclusions apply. See mperks.com for details.
Can I get Mega Millions?
Good choice. Mega Millions is bigger than ever. Jackpots now start at $50 million and grow faster.
Sounds mega.
And now, every game has a built-in multiplier, so all non-jackpot prizes are multiplied between 2 and 10 times.
Bigger prizes, better odds, and just $5? Give me 2.
Mega Millions is bigger and better than ever. Get your tickets today at your local Ohio lottery retailer. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper!
With sweet blackberry flavor!
Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me!
No! Marry me, or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
And today, Pella's excited to announce our 100-year anniversary.
Cut! Leslie, you accidentally said 100 years.
Not an accident, Wilson.
What?
When you do the windows that look the best, you tend to stick around for a while.
I can't compete with that. Buy from her.
Get the windows that have been around for 100 years. The windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Oh, hey, a fan show where you can be the star. Sundays at 11 is the new fan call-in show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Your calls, your tweets, your voicemails, your opinions. You could be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. The fan call-in show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Sundays at 11 on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope.
This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show is the guy who's been sitting next to me for the past 3 hours. Your friend and mine, Timmy Hull, and Tyvis Powell.
Oh, you guys. Timmy, you're doing double duty.
I just want to set a good example, right? This is what work looks like.
It's just half an hour. Do you think I could have did? Let me ask you, if nobody showed up, do you think I could have handled 30 minutes alone?
No.
Not yet, but soon.
What about tomorrow with Tim May? What if I sit in the one chair?
Ooh, man.
Tim May's in the one chair tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. You could try. We could do a trial.
No, dude.
No?
Nah, I'm not ready. I feel like I could do it, though. I truly feel like I can write a rundown.
Good.
And do teases.
You know what?
And take us in and
You know
out.
what? Welcome to the biz. Right? Like that's what it is.
Yeah, but you know what? You
I just feel like it's not
things
that,
like that.
I feel like it's not that difficult.
You need a good coach. A good coach to say, I like how you want to do it, but you're just not ready yet. We're going to keep you in the minors, get you some more seasoning, and you'll be better for it. Because you will be doing all those things someday, but when you get up to the big show, then you'll be ready. You're not ready yet.
You know, this is the thing. So when I was here at Ohio State.
This the thing?
Yeah.
Or
this thing.
What?
In 2013.
Looky here. Looky here.
Let me say it.
Go ahead.
Tell the story.
So in 2013,
Get to it.
I got.
Come on.
Stop.
See, you're cracking
Stop
up.
making me laugh.
See? This is why you can't host one chair.
Can't do the one.
What's going to happen when people are dancing in front of you and showing you their breasts? You got to stay focused.
Tim May, he's going to flash.
Yes, he is. He's going to flash you. Tim is known for flashing. And he's got those old man white hooters. They're just going to be out.
Probably pierced.
Hey, Travis, take a look at these.
Got the hoops.
That's good. That's good.
Anyways,
I'm picturing it now.
Don't do that. It's a terrible sight. 2013, Everett Withers was my safeties coach. He's the defensive coordinator.
Coach Withers.
And Everett Withers was the first person to tell me. He said, you know what? He said, one thing about you, it don't matter how big the stage is or how bright the lights is, you're good enough to handle it. There is no stage that's big enough. There's no light that's bright for you. You actually do better when you play in bigger games.
That's great.
I say all that to say.
Everett doesn't work here. I work here, and I tell you, you're not ready yet.
I wanted him. You throw him in the fire, and he somehow figures it out. But I'm not doing the one chair tomorrow, though.
You can do the one. You got a half an hour tonight. No. Timmy's with you, so if anything,
you just said he's not ready. Now you're saying,
you
got to show tonight.
I did say he's not ready, but he's trying to convince me that he is.
No. I'm gonna stick to the minors.
So what's your point?
I'm like Travis Bazzana.
I was gonna say, if you're going to do it, if we're gonna try something like that, you can't do it with Tim. Because Tim doesn't host. Tim May.
Oh, okay.
Because Tim May doesn't host one share very often. You got to do it with a veteran who can pick up some slack and help you out if need be.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we do a tease and a toss to break?
Start with that tonight.
A tease and
we'll
a
see
toss
how that
to break
goes.
At 6:11.
I'll be driving home. I'll be listening. I'll be evaluating you.
Okay.
Which means
this is an ultimate tease for the Buckeye Show, right?
Which means you're going to switch what we had planned, which I didn't even send you the sheet anyway, so this should be easy for you. So you get to create the segment in the second segment.
Why would you not send me the sheet?
Because you're a professional and I was doing this today, and we got 2 segments, and we can do it.
That's called leaving somebody out to dry.
Oh, please.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be listening tonight, and then I'm going to give you a call.
Okay.
During the show, then take my call on the air.
Well, you have to tell Bodie that.
No, Bodie's not going to take my call.
You're calling in.
No, I'm not really calling in. No, I'll just talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not going to take up time in your half-hour show. Hey, we got 20 minutes, but first let's talk to this fat idiot driving home.
What are we doing?
That's up to you.
We're doing radio. I would like to hear the critique. I mean, I could easily just do it, but it'd be better if you could chime in and
you want him to
45 seconds.
You want him to call in.
Pop it in. What's the big deal?
Pop in?
Just pop it in. It's
all
over.
right, I'll pop in. What's coming up on this show that you've given so much thought to?
Well, I think we already done teased it now.
Tyvis Powell tossing to break. This is what we're teasing now.
This is it.
Tries his Tyvis hand Powell tries to toss to break on the Buckeye show.
A big show.
Top of the hour.
Huge.
Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy.
All right, this has been going around today since that Blue Origin flight, the Jeff Bezos thing, went to the outer rim of the atmosphere, briefly touched space. Are the 6 women who went up into space considered astronauts?
No.
Correct.
They're not astronauts.
Correct.
They just took a ride for 10 minutes.
Correct. A lot of people have been referring to them as such. To be able to get the term astronaut, that's your life's work. That's not really a, well, it's a label, but it's a label that you earn through hard work, dedication, and it's your craft.
I put a Band-Aid on a paper cut. Doesn't make me a surgeon.
It does not. No, you don't just go to space in an automated spaceship and are an astronaut. You have been to space, but you are not an astronaut. So that's one article that I was reading this week that clarified that. And I also saw this. The oldest known survivor of the Pearl Harbor attack has died at age 106. Let him live and let him pass away peacefully. Vaughn P. Drake Jr., a Kentuckian, not far away from us, believed to be the oldest survivor of the December 7th, 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor, according to the family, passed away on April 7th in Lexington.
Thank you, Gus Johnson. Buckeye show's coming up next. Tyvis will try his hand at some first chair hosting. I'm very proud of you. Well, I should hold back until I actually hear it.
I am proud of you.
Who are you trying to be?
You know.
Dr. Now?
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
Yes.
You need to lose 200 pounds.
He should get with Tyvis.
Who are your enabler? Buckeye show next. Then Jackets time at 6:30. And then we're back tomorrow. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right center lane on northbound 71 on the south side between Frank Road and Greenlawn Avenue. And also watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side before East Broad Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag.
Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax, and not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Spring forward, Columbus, with the Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling Services. We're here to thaw you out with this limited time offer. Get up to $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer is too good to pass up. The Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling now together to serve you better with $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer won't last. Call us today, 614-232-2222. That's 614-232-2222.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. You know, my wife and I picked out a beautiful A-frame porch swing with a nice covering on it. We can sit out, get shade from the sun, watch our kids play in the backyard. We're reclaiming our backyard, and we're doing that with Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. You can do that, too. Their spring open house event runs now through April 19th. Some of the best savings of the year on poly furniture, play sets for the kiddos, whatever you need to complete your outdoor space, you'll find it at Getchy's in Dublin. You can also see the selection at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Bo Bishop here. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or the 3 restaurant locations in Gahanna, Grandview, or Westerville. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
If your garage door is so ugly that the FedEx guy is just literally baseball chucking your packages at it, so you get the point, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes for less than you think. DeluxeStoreSystems.com.